2, 1.
Hello and welcome everyone to Charmed Fantasy, continuing on with our Dungeons of Drakkenheim campaign. I'm Charm and I'm happy to be here surrounded by my peers specializing in dice, roleplay, and shenanigans, not always in that order. So with that in mind, welcome, and I hope you enjoy the show. And a big shout out to Dungeon Dudes who crafted this epic module that we are thriving in. A perfect harmonious existence of Dungeon Master and players, all of us in a deep elation and survival-based consternation at any given moments, because these are awesome challenges. So, I play Erasmus St. Wraith, aka Ghost, a young man who's been forced into the hard life of survival, knowing really nothing to his memory but the fall of Drakkenheim, and trying to survive in it, tagging along with other powerful martial groups to teach him the ways of survival, learning by their success or sometimes being the fastest to run away when all of them get destroyed in their venturing parties in. And boy, if you can't learn from your own mistakes, learn from other people's, especially if it's fatal. So he is teamed up with a crew whose 100% success rate, aka we aren't dead. and that is he's a apothecary mutagenist. I always jump between mutagenist and mutagenicist. I always add like an extra ist. But I am wielding the power of this new base class created by Dungeon Dudes, and a subclass that is involved in transformative magic to turn me into a damage sponge, and that is my function, my role, and I'm very pleased. Passing it off to, let's change it up. Let's send it over to Isaac.
Hi, I'm Isaac. I'm Conflux Creatures on Patreon and Conflux Dice with my wife, Michelle. We make dice and truly an unconscionable number of monsters. I think I'm over 2,000 now in my category, in my catalog. But I'm playing Thales the Curious, a wizard who's been having kind of a tough time of it here in Drakkenheim, but things seem on the upswing for him. He's really getting a handle on this place, and you know, like, not. I wouldn't say he dabbles in forbidden magics, but you know, he keeps getting pushed into it, you know. But yeah, that's me. Off to Laurie.
Nice. I like it. He dabbles. It's no big deal. Hey, I'm Laurie. Lurking around on social media is mostly trustworthy, and I am playing Ryan Deline. Ryan is a half-elf warlock with a cosmic patron, also from the Dungeon Dudes, one of their new subclasses. And yeah, Ryan is happy to be here. She started out this adventure basically being angry, and her only goal was pretty much to get revenge for the death of her family and kill all the monsters. And as she has been spending time with this group and more time in the city, things aren't black and white. There are definitely shades of gray. And there's not, you know, you don't know what's good, you don't know what's bad. So she's starting to embrace a little bit more of an open mind, just a little bit, and she's ready for what's going on. This is fun. Off to the guy, the one who we live or die by.
The
Mr.
guy,
Henderson.
the dude abides.
The dude
hey everybody.
abides.
Welcome back to another rip-roaring, raucous episode of the Dungeons of Drakkenheim. Our intrepid group of 3 here, gloriously victorious. Last time we've cleared the cosmological clock tower. Finally got a long rest at the top of the clock tower itself. Got a little bit of hints of the mechanism that is within the clock tower, where it might be hidden, kind of the larger descriptions of what could be going on. I said this at the end of the last session, I think, or at least I spoke about it. We are at the part of the game now where the gloves kind of come off, and things are going to get a little weird and things are going to get a little spicy. And we like that. We love that. We're here for it. We're locked in. So, and I definitely don't say that after reading some of the random encounters. So, hey, oh no.
Let's go. Let's
Um,
go.
Yeah, so here we are. I don't know if we have a direction yet. Each of you have just woken up the next day in Drakkenheim. At this point, Drakkenheim doesn't really have day-night cycles, but you are above the haze, so you can see the sun setting and rising. So you manage to actually be able to tell and get a decent night's sleep, which is great. Everybody leveled up to level 6, which for some of you is a great benefit, Erasmus, and for some of you
So happy.
might just be like an extra little bump, which is nice. But you find yourself at the dawn of the next day, however many days remain. And you have a couple options. You can pretty much go wherever you need to in the inner city. You now have kind of a base of operations, unless you need some type of supplies. But beware as you step out into this inner city. Nowhere in Drakkenheim is always safe. So very much remember to bear that in mind. And so now I will hand it off to you three. How would you like to spend your first day, dawn in the inner city of Drakkenheim?
I'm definitely having my unseen servants from my new sigil, the Steward's Seal, play I'm Still Standing with instruments or just a percussion-based things to get people up and at 'em as I am purifying food and drink and using prestidigitation to clean up a space. Erasmus is in a grateful and excited mood, feeling a strong victory, a sense of home that he hasn't felt in a very long time, if ever. In the clock tower over the haze, he's definitely like the opening scene of an 80s coming of age movie, where like the eldest sibling of a ragtag group is getting the gang ready for their first day of probably not school.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think you could also see that Thales' mutations that he's acquired through the haze seem to be like settling down a little bit. Right before he had like these hard chitinous plates extending from his skin in a way that looked very uncomfortable, like a very sudden change had happened to his body. Not even considering the fact that he had lost all his skin just before that, but his body seems to be like accepting it a little bit more. It's like kind of melding in a bit now, so we have a couple of places that we could go from here, right?
Mhm.
We were talking about Queen. If we wanted to go see Oscar Yoren, I was thinking we could stop by Queen's Park and try to preemptively acquire some reagents for him. That's also over in the direction of Ryan's family restaurant, I think. There's also the Inscrutable Tower, which I'm very interested to see what we might find there. The Isle of Skye, which bore some resemblance to some ancient elven ruins, and I imagine there might be some discoveries to be made there. And then the location where Erasmus's people were waylaid.
Yeah, fair. We're definitely not short on options. I'm wondering if there's a bit of time sensitivity on us getting to Oscar.
I think that is the only thing that we have on our menu that is time sensitive. And yes, I fear if we wait, our dear friend Oscar might either do something reckless and cause some trouble that would make visiting him difficult, or someone else might come and kill him before we get there.
Fair enough. I would I'm here, Rise, getting up, appreciating what Ghost is doing. of getting some coffee going. Somehow that always happens.
Hmm.
And well, I guess I'd probably, if based upon the time sensitivity, maybe we start with Oscar, or the garden.
Yeah, that was
One, one of those two.
yeah. Oscar's difficulty right now is that there's a few things I suspect about what's going on there, but one of them seems to be that he's having difficulty acquiring the proper reagents. And it sounded like the things that he's using are coming from Queen's Park Gardens. And I think that could be useful for us.
Yeah, I will say, whatever's on the way to the next thing. I don't want to skip. I don't want to leave anything unexplored in terms of a straight line. You know what I mean?
There's a lot of city here, I think.
Yeah, I just mean like linearly. I don't want to run through something and get in worse trouble on the way back because of it.
Yeah, you don't want to end up in that situation, or run away from a thing into a worse thing.
And then get sandwiched between those things.
Yeah, best to keep our lines of retreat clear.
Yes, exactly. That's what I was thinking.
Like a sand crab.
What? That's
Interesting. Okay, so taking a look then at a map, which we certainly have.
Yeah, that's because of my character has the backstory piece of having a one of those maps that actually has like what is it? I have to look into it, but it's basically a little bit better than your average map because it's made by someone who knows the ins and outs.
Nice.
We're actually right close to Queen's Park Garden.
Yeah,
all right.
I will say the map it doesn't have everything on it.
You're right, yeah.
Especially in the kind of where you are is a blank area of your map. You've now filled that part in. So like just inside the walls is kind of like where the map ends for you. Like it's a map of the city, right? Like you just have it. But there's a very distinct like section of the map where like there's not any notes because you haven't gone there yet.
Right. And also like anything that like your experience of that time will be still relevant but out of date, right? Like the points of interest that were there, but new things may have happened in the meantime.
Right.
Yeah. But you still do kind of, because you are experienced with it. The problem is that it's experienced with a group of people who haven't really been able to pierce too heavily into some areas, because Drakkenheim is gnarly, and so at a certain point, all maps kind of end with.
Yeah, it seems at this point the most successful people at kind of penetrating the city have been the Hooded Lanterns, with the obvious exception of the followers of the Fallen Fire. Who are just kind of operating on another level. I don't really feel like any of us are in competition with them.
No, they've figured some things out that we've yet to figure out.
That would be another thing. Would be visiting Lucretia Matthias. I confess I am somewhat frightened of doing that. And also I feel like we must. I feel like there are things we will not know until we learn them by looking.
Phales, I agree with you. Right now, what if we either do go to Queen's Park or go directly to Oscar? See what's going on. Yeah, we know we know that the Hooded Lanterns have been having some issues with their potions, so we have an opportunity and a reason to get in there and talk to them. So my take would be either Queen's Park to give us kind of a foot in the door when we go see them, or let's just go directly and see what's going on there. That seems to be the most time sensitive.
Erasmus, our fearless leader, what do you think?
What do you think?
Let's flip a coin.
Oh no.
Where is?
I mean, don't get me wrong. I understand and value the input of chance, but would be a when you are a leader of men, you must pretend to know what you're doing.
So don't let people see you flip the coin.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
the
no,
trick.
Flip your coin in secret.
Do we know? Erasmus, looking at the map,
Mhm.
would we hit the Queen's Park Gardens first, or would we hit Oscar's?
What was Oscar's number? Was it seven? It's not
Reed.
seven.
Seven. Yeah.
Reed,
It was seven.
Reed, is it Reed Manor?
Reed Manor. Yeah, Reed Manor.
So
Okay.
man. So let's do Queen's Park Garden on the way to 7. Yeah, 10 on the way to 7.
So 10 is the Inscrutable Tower.
Oh, so
So
the
Queen's
garden
Park
is
Garden
something.
it's not labeled. It just has a name on it. So it doesn't have a number. It just
Well,
has a name. But 10 is the tower. So pretty much
If 10
over the garden is the tower. It's
If
massive.
10 is the tower,
So
I mean,
we
you were
could do-
talking about not wanting to pass by anything.
I'm
We're-
right there
we're
with
also-
you.
We're
I'm right
also
there with
talking
you.
about times.
Yes, time
Okay.
sensitivity, of course.
Okay.
However, the tower's been abandoned for decades. I can't imagine there's anything of any serious danger there.
Honestly,
Is this your first time here?
no, but it's not our first tower, and we're good at this.
Well, no, I just mean in the sense of recent. So when this magical disaster hit, it definitely precipitated many more magical disasters in the tower. But magic decays over time, right? So however bad the disasters are there, they're less bad than they were just after they happened, right?
So I can describe the tower to you. You can see it.
Yeah.
Would you like me to describe the
Tell me
tower
about
to
the
you?
tower.
Okay. Because from where you are, the only other things that you can see clearly are Castle Draken, which is, you know, up on the cliff, still in the haze, but you could see it.
Tower
It's just
visibly
castle.
disastrous.
The tower is 2 towers floating on top of each other because the middle is gone. It was hit directly with the falling meteor and split in half, and yet still somehow hangs clearly above itself.
Oh, yeah. So clearly, a lot of the protective enchantments are still intact. So
I think I actually
shouldn't
have
be a
picture.
problem, right?
Maybe there's people from the before time still there.
Oh, I hope not.
Oh, I think anything
Why
from
is-
the
why is the DM cracking up?
That's gonna be
I
an
just, it
awkward
was just such a
conversation.
funny thing. I certainly hope not.
Right. Ghost, I feel like people from the before time have, if they've been here, from what we've seen, we kind of know what fate they've,
You know, it's
what
like,
fate they've found.
like when you run into somebody that you like know and are nominally friends with, but you haven't reached out in a couple of decades, and you live quite close, and they know this, and no excuse you can make is going to sound plausible. It's that kind of situation, right?
That doesn't sound like something you care about.
It's a situation. I mean, I wouldn't be wounded by it, but it is one that I would try to avoid. Though it's not the end of the world if it happens.
Yeah, the end of the world already happened.
Exactly.
Okay,
So-
so what we know is we're going to get to Queen's Garden. We're looking for what it is that he needs, what Oscar needs to help us get our foot in the door, and yeah,
I'm feeling good. I'm gonna wear clothes today. This is
makes
great.
sense. You know what? You look
Yes.
better. You look
Yeah,
more
I've been
more
feeling
comfortable, right?
somewhat under the weather the past
Yeah.
few days. And
Well, now we're literally above it.
well, I mean, there's that, but I feel like I've also just kind of hit something of a breakthrough as it pertains to these corruption influences. I feel almost as though we might not even need whatever. I might be able to replicate the process of the fallen fire on my own. Though of course I would never be so reckless as to
I'm
as
looking
to
at
attempt to
Ghost like,
independently discover something when there is manifestly a success there.
When you say that, I'm like, so you've gotten used to the chitinous balls then?
Yeah.
Or does the chitin from one of the contaminations not go to your nether regions.
I think through the night, like I think Phaley's got up at some point in the night, and
took like a hand mirror.
and just kind of like walked out of the space where we were staying, and you heard like a couple of hours of awful like retching and shrieking.
Oh no!
I was just like, shh, it's okay, it's okay, and you wake up better.
But yeah, I seem to have stumbled upon a method of purging this contamination. Big if true. I'll have to continue testing.
Did you want to take me up on the restoration spell to?
Oh no, I'm all set.
Oh God. Okay. Very cool.
Okay, Phaley's, I have to say, I'm learning from you about this transformation, the effects of the corruption. It's not instantly evil. It doesn't seem to. There seems to be some sort of balance there. It seems to be something that can be controlled. And
yes,
I'm
certainly
interested.
Not at this point, reliably or safely, but fortune favors the bold, and doing things that are unreliable and unsafe is how they become reliable and safe.
All right, I'm curious. I'm curious to see how this goes. I'm not feeling as I was before we started this. I think there's more to it. There's not just a good and a bad. There's some space in between. So let's go see what we can find.
Off we go. And he raises his sword, his like glowing great sword up, and like you can see his arms a little less shaky than it was before.
Nice. Knowing what we know about the seal that was found, I am going to, and you tell me, every minute, probably going to be throwing little minor illusion on it, so it looks like
it's not going to be visible. I'm going to tuck it away always.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Anytime we get around somebody, I'm going to try to remember to throw that on there, because it sounds like that's definitely not something we want folks to see.
I will say that if you get into a space, the way that I'm going to kind of play this is the assumption that it's covered, but if something jostles like
you inside the armor, against
if something, it's like a heavy jostle, not like someone bumps into you or something, but like a table is flipped or someone grabs you and like starts to shake you, then I'll roll for like dex or something like that and see if it pops out. But Laurie, I will say that if you see that, you have an opportunity kind of in that moment if you remember, and I will not be reminding you. So if you think of that, you'd be like, huh, and you could dive in to do that, but you have to remember in those moments.
That's fair.
We have picked up a Chekhov's gun, and the weight of drama is dragging it out of your pockets at any given moment.
What is he? Is the sword of Damocles? He's got the sword of Damocles around his neck.
Why is the seal loaded?
Nothing to see here. Nothing
loaded
to see here.
seal.
Yeah, the sword of Damocles hanging around your neck
over
and
my
above your gens.
Yeah.
Are we quoting Rocky Horror in here? Wait, never mind. So, all right. So we've got the tower. I was going to do some mending on some things if there were some particularly drafty areas or steps that would have benefited us. But yeah, we'll be back. Okay, are we ready?
Ready.
All right. Let's rock and roll.
Let's head out for the day.
So up and down the tower, I will have each of you make me a dex roll so that you can move up and down that staircase that was obliterated by those bells. So if each of you can go ahead and roll either acrobatics or athletics would be fine, I think. Really kind of depends personal preference.
Okay. I'm going to work on mending these steps. 15.
15? Okay, 15's fine.
Mending like fixes like a I guess if you saw something that is like if we keep going up and down this is gonna break, that would be a perfect spot for mending.
Yep.
And there's definitely spots like that in this 40-year-old staircase.
Sure, we'll get there.
All right, let's go for acrobatic. Oh, gross. Okay. That's a 10.
10? Okay, 10's good.
All right.
11.
11. Okay, 11's also good.
Bailey's
Great.
gotten used to like traversing Drakkenheim, mostly clothesless, and the robes are
They're
weighing
heavy.
him down a little bit.
Great. So you make your way down the clock tower. You find yourself out in the market again, kind of in the bright of the day. Where have you decided to go?
We're going to Queen's Park
Queen's
Garden,
Garden.
right?
The garden. Okay, excellent.
Queen's Park.
And then, yeah.
Great. So based on the map, pretty close. That's definitely just like one encounter roll away. It's about an hour. Okay, cool. Yeah, so let's do that. So everybody give me the traditional 3 rolls. A D100, a D10, and a D20.
I'll get the hundo.
I think I was the 10.
Yep, I'll be 20.
Ball and Beast Star. 6 on the 10.
Okay.
16 on the 20.
That's a 98 on the D100.
Ooh.
Okay.
I love this randomness. I'm like, okay, what do we have?
It's gonna be good or bad.
Yes, and maybe neutral. Uh-oh. Trying to read the DM's face.
I'm trying to understand what this is telling me.
Oh no.
Boy.
Pick another.
Nope.
No,
Lead in. Lead in.
The dice spoke.
Go ahead and roll me.
Antissa.
Okay.
Does that rely on something else having happened already?
No. It's just this particular thing is worded strangely, so I'm gonna just make a ruling. Go ahead and roll the D100 twice more for me.
Oh. Okay.
That was a little squeal. Your voice went up like 4 octaves.
Okay, first one, 72.
72. Okay.
And 89.
And 89. Okay. 1 second. Okay. Okay. Cool. All right. I understand what this is telling me now. Okay.
Oh,
I can
boy.
see how it would be weird, but it is fine.
Is it the classic high roll, roll 2 and make them make sense together?
Kinda, but like, it's
Weird
really
that.
specific in what you're supposed to make work well together, and it's possible that like you could not. You know what I mean? Like it could.
We could have got some results that just didn't work with it.
Yeah, exactly. So
Okay.
it didn't. So it's fine.
Nice.
So great. Let me let me get these things. Hold on. Give me a second.
Let's go.
Where is
Let's
this?
go.
Level 6, baby.
Basically invincible. Past
Yeah.
level 5. What could happen? It's 5e.
What could happen? It's good. We
I
have, like,
mean,
44
I've got
hit
some
points or something.
abilities that I can't wait to surprise you guys with. To surprise my own character with. He doesn't really know he has these abilities.
Nice.
Yeah.
How many of them involve healing? I'm just curious.
Big fat
I-
0.
I have gotten quite good at healing, provided you are willing to suffer permanent consequences.
Is the retching a clue to that? The
Okay,
retching
so
and vomiting.
We got a potion. We're good. We're good. Got a potion.
Where is
Check,
this?
actually. How many potions do we have?
How many? Yeah.
Oh. Okay, still have 3.
Oh, and yeah, good news. I regained hit points on the end of a long rest again. That's exciting.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
Good news, everyone. Good news, everyone.
Love that for you.
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
I have to say I'm becoming attached. I'd like for you to stay. Like
For
all
dinner.
of us to stay. My good
Hannibal
friend.
Lecter.
My good friend Hannibal Lecter.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay, this is fun.
Oh dear.
I'm just trying to understand because sometimes there's like changes and sometimes there's not.
Ooh. Spicy.
If you need a weird version of something.
Hey. We
No,
like
bad.
that.
Spray.
Spray. Exactly.
Spray, yep.
Okay, we're just gonna roll it here. My keyboard is also breaking, so it's
no.
either
Love
not
that.
entering the keys or it's entering it like 2 or 3 times.
Oh no.
It's really wild, and it's starting to get frustrated. So I'm gonna have to get a new one, which is fine, not a problem.
This is fine.
Just slightly annoying. Okay, so you start to make your way across the market square. You know, kind of an opposite trajectory of how you came to the tower. Excuse me, with crossing and heading to the Queen's Park Garden. You step into the streets again. You notice that in the inner city, the houses and shops and general layout is much nicer than the outer city. Much better maintained. Much more like upper crust, upper class level kind of situation. These are like the owners of merchant ships rather than the sailors or merchants who actually work on them. That kind of differential. Didn't save them from the fallen sky, so everything's still absolutely destroyed and falling to ruin. But you do notice that this architecture is much nicer. It's much more upper class. It also looks much more looted. So there's things have definitely been stripped from the outside and inside from what you can see of these buildings. And you start to move through, and you don't even need a roll for this one, but you hear a lot of commotion kind of around the next corner that you need to take. You hear a number of humanoid voices just like yelling, giving commands, and it's seeming like a commotion of combat happening. And you hear a strange creature cry, like it almost feels like an echo or like a high-pitched scream that is meant for reverberation around the next corner that you're
Let's hustle.
Let's check it out.
Let's hustle. I know what we're gonna do. We run towards that shit. So let's go.
So you turn the corner and you see a large. Bat isn't the right word. Manta ray is probably a better word to describe what you see flying above these 7 human, essentially bandits. They seem like they're part of the Queensmen with the regalia that they have on. And all 8 of them are in a pitched battle. It seems like these Queensmen or these bandits are actively trying to defend themselves from this flying creature.
Can we tell what faction the Manta Ray is on? Because I think that would be a pretty cool team.
Oopsies.
Nice.
Uh,
What do we know about?
Yours.
Nice. What do we know about the Queensmen?
There we go. The Queensmen are basically like mercenaries or
They're crime coded.
yeah, very much so. Like think of them like
They're
a
not
crime
criminals.
syndicate.
There's no law here.
Exactly. Yeah. There's like a semblance of law, but it's if you end up working closely with the Queensmen, typically you would in normalized society be closer to like a bandit or a rogue or a robber. There are absolutely murderers, that have kind of found their way into that. It's not they definitely are not turned away. There's room for those there.
The Hooded Lanterns and Silver Order will have an opinion about us
Fair enough.
being buddies with them.
It also,
However, go for it.
I also will say that this, from what you could tell, it doesn't look like they are like high-ranking Queensmen, right?
Mhm.
They just look like they would be part of the cadre that would be there. They could just be normal bandits, but normal bandits typically fall under the umbrella of the Queensmen.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, like if you and your 7 best bandit buddies showed up to Drakkenheim before you got this deep in the city, you'd end up on somebody's side, and that's who'd accept you.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I have an important question. Looking among the presumed Queensmen here,
Yes.
is Bogdan among them?
No.
Okay.
No. This looks like none of these people are people you have seen or met before.
Fair enough. All right, guys, should we? So what little we know about the Queensmen, should we just kind of watch and see what goes on? Do we want them to know that we're in here?
I think it would be socially awkward for them to murder us after we help. And also I'm confident in our abilities. And also I want to see what's inside that manta.
To add another angle that will probably end up concluding as an agreement somewhere, somehow, to that. Now I want to see. I didn't know I wanted to see inside that until he said that.
How manta ray like is this? Is it weird and hollow like a manta ray, or is it just like
No, oddly,
like a manta ray?
Where the hollowness would be is a face with like a jaw and fangs.
Oh, okay.
But for all other intents and purposes, it looks like
I'll say, I kind of feel like getting a favor owed to us by people who can get this deep in would be a good favor to have.
I like the way you think.
I'm thinking like someone who hides the coin flip.
That's smart. And
Quite right.
That could be tasty. Okay,
Yeah.
let's go. As we look at them, how armed? How well armed are they? Armored up?
relatively, yeah, like leather, kind of jerkins, stuff like that. Nothing crazy. Like they're not like fully kitted to the nines. Like they came prepared. It also doesn't look like they're necessarily lost.
Okay.
But from what you know about the inner city, they are definitely underprepared, whether they know it or not.
All right. All right, and one more thing. Shall we? We're in agreement that we should keep the fact that we cleared the clock tower to ourselves. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's not that. Yeah, we're not renting that out unless we're renting that out.
Fair enough. Let's. I think let's not do that. And all right, sounds like we're going in. We're friends to help. We're gonna see what that is.
And before I forget, at the beginning of every day, at the end of every long rest, I'm going to ritual cast water breathing, even though I don't think we're not near water, but just because I can do it, I'm always.
And I have mage armor up.
Okay.
My AC is slightly lower now because the bonuses dropped down to +1.
Oh no!
From the mutation.
Yeah, from being cured.
I didn't actually, but I still have the same amount of corruption. I'm just better at dealing with it now.
More
Like
experience.
anything else, you have to work it for a while and then you get comfortable with it. Yeah, that's fair.
Mhm.
Okay. Hey, the Queensmen. That's my first run-in with them. Let's see what happens.
Is this bat or is this Batmanta totally mysterious to me, or like would I know some sort of like precursor that like is related to it outside of Drakkenheim?
Or like corruption.
Yeah, I mean, any of you can roll. I'm
Is
gonna
this a
say
Drakkenheim only creature or like?
no, and I think
Okay.
that's probably why you're the
Or
only
is-
one who I'm gonna say can roll for it.
Okay. I was gonna ask if it's like a creature that we could have seen become corrupted in Drakkenheim, but not be from here.
It doesn't look corrupted as a thing.
Okay, okay.
It looks just very much like the harpies. Oddly enough, doesn't look corrupted.
They just like it here.
Yeah. But you can roll animal handling or survival if you would like.
Survival. Okay. What do you think about like maybe nature?
Oh yeah, that works too.
All right, that's gonna be a 16 then.
A 16. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I mean you don't have a name for them really. They are very common, the bump in the night when you go to like a cave. So
Okay.
if you're reading like a text or a historical document, and they're like, well, we went through this cave and we lost 3 people in the cave. These mysterious
those
flying
flappy
creatures.
cave freak
Yeah.
things that everybody knows about.
Yeah. So
God,
that's
they probably are stuck on the top.
that's kind of like what you know about them.
So I probably know some names for these guys, but not the monster manual name, and not ones that are that we need to like sit here and make up right now.
Right, exactly. Yeah, but you do know kind of from that it's understandable that they would. Well, it's weird that they're out in the day, but Drakkenheim in the haze doesn't really have day-night cycles,
Right.
Yeah.
so it
It's
makes
always
sense when you look
like
through it with that.
Night or day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the haze glows and blocks the sun.
Exactly. So there is a thing there of they don't really like light, and they have some level of camouflage or something that they use to hide. So whether it be supernatural or just a natural thing of being in the dark.
I've never seen anything like that. Dad,
Shall we get in the fray?
let's go.
Let's do it.
All right. Get some
All right.
initiatives.
Yeah. Let's
Fair
get
enough.
initiatives. I was making sure I got everybody else going too.
There's a lot of people to
A
manage.
lot of people to fight.
And a quick.
I would chunk those 8 guys together for sure.
I'm
They
gonna
don't-
do
they
them.
don't-
I'm gonna do them individually. As much as I
brave.
don't necessarily want to, I think it'll be a better fight this way.
Okay, cool.
Okay, cool. What did everyone get?
14.
21.
17.
17. Okay. You go there. All right. Great. So, as you kind of rush into this fray, it seems like the fray has just started. It just kicked up. It hasn't been going for a while. There's not a lot of like damage on any of these creatures. Quite frankly, there's no there doesn't seem to be any fresh wounds on any of them. So it looks like you happened upon this right when this creature flew down and started harassing these.
Oh, good. We didn't miss anything.
So as you rush in, Phales, it is your turn. You start this engagement. Everyone kind of sees you run up. You don't see anyone kind of turn to engage you immediately, but you kind of see that everyone kind of notices that there's, player 3 has kind of joined this game.
We're being third partied.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bailey's is just gonna run up shouting, "Don't worry, we're friendly!" And I'm going to cast web in the air around this creature.
Okay.
Now, without an anchor, the web collapses immediately, and it will, I think, disappear at the end of my next turn. But he still needs to make this initial saving throw.
Okay. Sounds good. What was that? That was weird. I don't want to
That's
open up the frightened condition.
It's a DC 16 dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
No, sorry, DC 15. DC
15. Okay. Okay, it succeeded. Got a 21,
Okay.
19 on the die. Which is
Do a
probably
barrel roll.
best roll that I'm gonna get.
So yeah, I like hurl out this kind of like cat's cradle of string, which kind of expands around it, and then just drapes over it, and it just continues flapping.
Yeah. Okay. Great. So you rush up and you cast the web, and you see kind of all of the bandits are kind of like, what do you do? Like, it's just string. What is that? And it kind of falls on this creature, who just kind of swings its bat-like wings and just throws off the remaining threads of web.
Well
easily killing
played.
itself.
Like, is there any is there like an alley I can kind of like dip into to get a shoulder against?
Yeah, you can. There's like alleys on either side that you can kind of like tuck into.
Yeah. I'm like not going deep into it or anything, but just to get like an object between me and it, so it could choose to forget about me.
Yeah.
Strong play,
that's
Philly.
my
Strong
turn.
play.
All right. Okay. So you see someone who looks like the leader of this group of bandits steps forward and kind of glances over the three of you and doesn't really say much, just kind of like scowls. But there's this recognition of like, okay, we're in this weird spot where, we're fighting this unknown creature and these random people came up. Drakkenheim's not really a safe place for this, but kind of take any help that you can get, and I will turn this to my advantage, if I possibly can, and is going to attack the creature here.
I will yell, "It's flammable string!" Just in case that might save lives.
And he hears you and goes, I didn't bring any fire. And he pulls out his scimitar and a dagger in the other hand, and is going to go ahead and attempt to stabby this creature.
This guy brought a knife to a silly string fight? What an amateur.
What a man. And he runs up, and much like you would expect someone bringing a knife to a silly string fight, misses all of his attacks, just runs up and goes shah, 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 at like the falling web and knocks
This is the
creature that
leader?
is now- Yeah.
Oh god, I look over
Slowback.
to Ryan and go, maybe I don't need a favor from these guys.
You could just be trying to scare it away. Like I imagine it's hard to like stab with a short knife at a flying creature above you.
Get away from me. Get away from
He
me.
might be a short guy. He might
Yeah, that's
like
true.
yeah.
Short king.
He's definitely under
queen.
5'9". Shorty.
Oh.
This is basically all right. So I'm just gonna. This is what I'm actually gonna do. It's essentially mirror image, but it's got its own rules, and I don't like that because the rules are silly.
Yeah, you can just run it as mirror image.
Yeah,
it's
I'm
not,
just gonna run it as mirror image.
Yeah, there's so much text on that ability.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. And it also doesn't. This is just the 5e block on this. I'm not a huge fan of the way that this is worded. Okay, great. So you see it kind of fly back out of the web and dodge the leader of this cadre, and then immediately and three essentially illusions or copies of this creature start to spiral out into the alleyway, and they all start to kind of mirror each other and mimic each other's movements. So it's difficult to tell which one was the original one at a certain point as they start to kind of fly above. And that is its turn. Ryan, that's you.
I know we haven't seen it do anything damaging to us, but here in Drakkenheim, honey, we shoot first. And she's going to start shooting.
Okay.
Let's just hurt it. First Eldritch Blast is a 12 and 8, nat 20, or a dirty 20 to hit. Oh, right. Yeah, what do I have?
So you got to roll. How many attacks are you doing?
2.
2. Okay, so go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll 2d. Well, let's do it. Let's do 1d20 at once. So.
Okay, so just damage on that one is.
Oh no, wouldn't be damage.
Oh, sorry.
What did you roll? Sorry.
Dirty 20.
A dirty 20. Okay, great. Just wanted to double check. Great. Okay.
I think for mirror image type stuff, you would usually roll to see if like it hits a duplicate.
That's what I was rolling. Yeah. So now go ahead and roll your attack. Oh no, you don't even need to roll an attack because it hit duplicate. Okay, good. Sorry. I'm trying to juxtapose the stat block and mirror image because there's special things with the stat block that mirror image doesn't have, and so I just want to make sure that I get the special things too, or more so that you get the special effects.
It's a wizard.
Yeah.
My recollection is that's one of the less well-written stat blocks.
Yeah. I think you know exactly which one I'm talking about.
Oh yeah,
It's
I
very
remember
frustrating.
when I fixed it.
Yeah,
I remember when I fixed it. It's such a boss line.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
great.
that one line.
I remember
one
looking at that and
movie.
being like, what? Why did they write it like this?
Okay, great. So you go ahead and roll an attack now.
Okay. Awesome. That's a 2.
A 2. Okay.
Well, normal attack, then that'd be a 10.
A 10. Okay. Okay, so you shoot your first blast at just one of the random ones. You just picked one shot, and it dodges it. So go ahead and roll your second one. Go ahead and roll me a d20 to see if you're going to hit a duplicate or not.
My God, I've never been happy to miss, and I'm so happy right now that I missed. Okay, second one, 13, so a 21 to hit.
A 21. Oh no! So don't add your attack to that. I'm sorry. This is all over the place. So
Okay.
just roll a d20. What's on the D? What's on the
13.
Die? 13. Okay, great. Okay, now go ahead and roll your attack.
Okay. That's a nat 20.
Okay, sick.
There it is.
Yeah, love that. Great. So go ahead and just roll damage for fun.
Okay, so what for fun? Okay, so 1 miss, 1 hit, double damage, take 2, they're small. That's 10 and 20, so that's 20. Do radiant.
Okay.
If it matters. So that's 20, and with 1 miss, so 1 came back to me.
Nice. Oh yeah, you have that. That's sick. Great. So you shoot your Eldritch Blast, just smack right in the face, and you see one of the illusions kind of disappear, which is good because now there's only 3 remaining.
Excellent. And I am going to also do a dip. Grab some cover.
Okay. Okay. So both of the kind of side alleys are now occupado.
Okay.
Great. Sorry, that was confusing. This stat block is strange, and I'm juxtaposing it with mirror images. It's
Get it
wild.
all. It's all good. Okay, and that's what I got.
Okay. Awesome. So Erasmus, that's you.
Watching the ranged aspect of this play out, yeah, I'm just gonna load my crossbow and just shoot my shot.
Okay.
Um,
And I'm gonna let me roll because I think I was supposed to roll those.
probability.
Okay, cool. So go ahead and roll your attack
All right.
because I rolled the first die instead of having you roll that.
22.
22. Okay. And go ahead and roll damage for fun.
7.
7. So you load your crossbow. take aim, fire again, hits dead on, but kind of melds into the haze around it, leaving 2 remaining.
Yeah, I will get behind Pheles, go to that side, and be like, I'm covering your flank, not using you as a shield. I've got both.
Sweet. Okay.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Got it. So the true one hasn't taken any hits yet, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Does it still have any of its images remaining?
There's 1 left.
Okay.
Because Ryan missed that first shot.
But we're helping these guys out. They got less of these to deal with now.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Ryan, do you have like an orb going around you?
I do. I have
That's
one.
pretty cool. It's pretty sweet.
Trying to keep it chill. It's fine. Nothing to see here.
Okay, and this. And it. Let's see. Okay. And then I'm trying to fight myself for a second. Give me a minute.
Let
great.
us know if you need help.
I know. Because I'm going to go through all of these bandits. Okay, so you see 2 bandits step up. They both load their little crossbows and take shots. One just flies wildly into the back of the street that you're fighting in. The other one connects with another one of the illusions as it disintegrates into mist. So now there's only one of the creatures left flying. And I'm just going to do these 2 at a time. Okay. And, kind of in pairs of 2, these bandits kind of step forward, load their crossbows, and take shots at this flying creature. The only one that manages to hit is the last one, as everybody else is reloading. And you see it gets hit with a crossbow bolt right in its wing. So it takes some damage there, and you return back to the top. So Pheles, your turn.
All right. Okay. So, no. We're down to one of these things, right?
Yep, the true one.
And how far out is it about?
It's about 15 feet up, and from you probably about 10 feet kind of forward.
Oh.
And how wide is it? Like, first of all, does it appear to be flying by conventional means, or is magic supporting it like additionally?
It looks like it's flying.
Okay. So like it's flapping pretty aggressively.
Yeah.
It's a manta though. That's pretty broad.
I
would like to. What's that?
I just really think that would make such a cool cloak for us.
I was thinking just the same thing.
Oh my god!
And I'm going to draw my sword and start running towards it.
Okay.
And just leap into the air. Now, my vertical leap is like, what, 8 inches or something, but...
vertical leap! Oh my
Catch air, Pheles, catch air!
At the peak of my leap, I'm going to Misty Step directly above this thing and attempt to stab down into its back.
Sick. Okay, awesome. I'm imagining that you pull your sword out, you run, and then you jump, but you miss the apex of your jump. So like everyone knows this is as high as it's gonna get. It's not getting any higher, and then everyone's like, "You missed it. You didn't even get close." And then you Misty Step on top.
Exactly.
Sick.
For reference for people who have no idea like why that's so funny because they don't know like the metric of averages or things like that in fitness. I train on a multiple times a week basis, and a 75-year-old man with Parkinson's, he can get that. He can get a good jump. To say that you can't, like 8 inches is your max is like, that's just it's really it's like when you land, your bones break, kind of.
Look, his shell's making him heavy. It's kind of weighing him down.
Yeah,
It's the clothes.
Like, not because he's so very weak. He's pretty weak, but more just he's not a jumper. He's not accustomed to jumping. This is a new thing for him. But he's gonna drive the sword down. For a grand total of 14.
14 just hits.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah. Yep.
It's amazing.
To be clear, I have +0 to this roll with the magic bonus from the weapon.
It cancels out your negative.
I love that.
Yeah. Okay, so and I get to do full damage with it for I think maybe the first time.
For the first time?
By the way, when Kelly and Monty for sure wrote that sword into the story, they imagined paladins and shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah.
And not the so I hope you're watching and you guys
You
are
got time to take a paladin oath?
fantastic.
I'll do that tomorrow. It's fine.
And I also love that like neither of you have like corrected him on that. It's like, yeah, Phales, you know what? You enjoy your glowing sword. You earned it, buddy. Like,
You earned
it's
it, bud.
just-
And that is going to be 11 points of slashing damage in total.
Awesome.
Nice.
Now, do I fall off or am I able to like stay on for a moment?
Go ahead and roll. It's not gonna be like a. How do you think Phales would stay on? Would it be like acrobatics or would it be athletics? Like, are you driving the sword into it and then like holding onto the sword, or are you like stabbing and then like trying to balance?
I feel like more than anything else, he's just trying not to fall off.
Okay.
Rather than like gripping to like overpower its attempts to shake him off.
Yeah.
I think he's just wobbling wildly up there.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, like maybe
So,
acrobatics or dex
Definitely
save.
acrobatics. Yep. Let's do
All right,
acrobatics.
cool. That's a natural 1.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you fall, and because it is a natural one and not just a failure, you also drop your sword. Your sword leaves. It's not in the body, but it has fallen. You know what?
Yeah,
Actually,
I
I'm
feel
gonna
like
make it way more.
down,
I love.
see the sword tumbling down.
I'm actually gonna say I love the consequences of a natural one. I'm gonna say that it's still stuck in the creature because I think that's funny.
Yes, that's
You
better.
fall in your web?
What?
Is the web still there?
The
I
web
think it disappeared on your turn.
on
Okay.
my turn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that would have been cool though.
Yeah.
They're like,
the
yeah,
web safe.
yeah. It was planned.
To hold on to it like he was gonna ride.
It's Bash the Stampede levels of it was planned.
100%, absolutely.
But yeah, that's my turn.
Great. Cool. So you hit the ground. You would take what 15 feet of fall damage, which is what 1d6.
1d6. Yeah.
So just 2 damage.
Okay.
So the wind gets knocked out of you. You hit the
Near
kind of, but you land at the feet of the leader, who looks down on you. Go ahead and roll a. Go ahead and roll an insight check for me. Roll it with disadvantage because you just fell a story and a half.
Okay. That's gonna be a 6.
A 6. Okay. There's a look that passes over the face of the leader here, but you can't tell what it is until he brings his scimitar down on you and starts to attack you.
Oh shit.
Well,
Recognition?
Here we
That's the
go.
first thought I have.
here we
Oh, it's
go.
the look of recognition.
Let's see. What's your AC again?
Right now it is 16. He should have advantage.
Nice.
'Cause I'm prone.
Prone to lots of things.
Okay.
He's not worried about this manta thing, I guess.
Right?
Maybe he's just like embarrassed, like because his first turn went so badly.
Because he sucks.
You
And
can't
like,
leave no
survive after
witnesses.
you've seen
He's
me.
like, he's trying to
So
maintain
poor.
his dignity in front of his guys, and like, he's like, well, I can definitely hit this guy.
I'd more like, I can't let these survivors know how bad I am at this.
Yeah.
Well, I see. If you're going after Phales, I guess you didn't want any help, asshole.
This guy's name is Bailey's the Furious. Just happens to be your ups.
Now we're gonna have to kill you too.
Does he say anything?
So he doesn't say anything, but there's this look that passes over his face. You can't tell what it is. No one else can see the look. I feel like you would know if it was recognition or not, and it's not recognition. And it's hard. You're in the moment. You're not sure. Your brain, I think, it's taking a second to compute what's going on.
I am rattled. I just fell 15 feet onto pavement.
Yeah, but you also just pulled a really cool move, right? And like stabbed this thing and then hit the pavement. And this person who you told that you were going to help kind of flip the script on you in that moment, and I think that's a hard compute for you. Like that hasn't probably happened very often.
Like the gears are turning right now.
Yeah.
Did he hit me?
He did hit you. Hit you twice out of the 3 attacks.
Okay.
For a total of
I still don't have shield.
14 damage.
Ooh, big oof.
Taking a chunk.
So he swings once with the scimitar, the wicked-looking scimitar. What is that? Sounds like a helicopter, like a low jet.
Hide, Josh, hide.
I know. And so he misses the first one as you kind of are confused and you kind of roll over to one side. But you hear the tink and your eyes start to focus as the other kind of backslash of the scimitar cuts across your chest, and then he drives a dagger down through your chest at the same time. And as he drives the dagger down, he leans forward close and just says, "It's not personal, but you look like you got nice stuff." And pulls
I
the
got
dagger
you.
back out.
Let's go.
Great. Cool. So that is his turn. And the flying creature with this sword in its back, is, kind of wheeling with this attack, but you are now covered by another human, so it can't see you. And it's not really sure what to make of that human, so it actually just goes and is going to attack one of the other kind of bandits in the area. I'll make 2 attacks. So it flies down and attacks the very first bandit there, so it puts it in like ground melee range at this point. Ooh, this guy's gonna wish he did not have to fight this thing. Because that is a natural 20 on that. That sucks for him. Womp womp. That's a big oof, buddy. Okay. What is that?
And as soon as we see Phales getting attacked, I'm gonna look across the alley or across the street to see if I can get Ghost's attention. And I look at Ghost and I'm just like,
Yeah, we'll never talk about it again.
we're gonna have to work on communication.
So each of you, as you're seeing Phales being just jumped by this bandit leader, you see the large creature swoop down and just bite the head off one of the bandits, and then swing its tail around and just lacerate one of the other bandits across the chest. And so that guy's he's dead. Great, awesome. So Ryan, you just watched that happen. This flying creature is 10 feet from you, like on the ground, essentially, because it's in the middle of the alleyway, like right between
Okay.
the crossways. And it's your turn.
Okay.
It bit the head clean off that guy.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
it was brutal.
totally a bit shooketh and likely a bit of a pause. It's like, what? And I've got visual on the guy who's on top of Phales, right?
Yeah. Yep.
He's first target. We're not playing.
Yep.
So let's see if we can get him with an Eldritch Blast. 10 and 8. 18 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, let's do him first and see where we go from that. So that's 15 radiant damage on him.
Okay. Let's see.
Okay, how's he look?
He actually looks pretty fine. He's a little hurt. But
All right. I'm gonna get him again. And I am gonna get him again. 8. 14. I don't know if I am. 14.
14 misses.
Okay. One moment, please.
Mhm.
Okay. I still have one additional
Okay.
from last time.
Yeah. Let her rip.
And yeah, I'm
You did get a second one just now, right? Because you missed. So now you have
Yes.
2, but obviously you can only use 1.
It's
But
for-
now you
yes.
have 2. Okay.
correct. Yeah, I still have another one that I can use. And I'm going to get. I'm gonna go for the guy on Phales.
Okay.
Right or wrong, let's get him. 15, 25, 20, 23 to hit,
23 hits. Yeah.
and that is 14 damage to him.
Okay.
And is that 3 or 2 this time? No, I hit, I missed, and now I hit. So that was 3.
That was 3. Yeah.
Okay, got it. So that, and then I'm going to take cover again. Yeah, and then I'm gonna sneak back and keep watching.
Okay. So your attacks hit the leader, kind of in the back, and Phales, you see his face as he gets, kind of scorched on the back from these rays, and just looks down with the kind of dagger still buried in your chest. It's just like, oh, you lot are really annoying.
Oh, we're just
Likewise.
getting started. Hey, look, we came in here to help, and now you're attacking us? You brought this, friend. You brought this. Let's go.
All right, Erasmus, that's your turn.
All right, so Manta Ray thing is alive.
Yep.
Little
In
bit
melee range, kind of on the ground, like hovering.
In melee range of the other group, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm across the street.
Yeah, it's so Ryan's across the street from you, and between you and Ryan is the
All right, and then how many guys are left?
5, and the person that's attacking Phales.
I'm gonna shoot the guy that's attacking Phales
Okay.
with let's see. Let's see, I have it written down here. The Manticore Venom. The nearest ally is their worst fear. So I'm gonna shoot him with a crossbow with Manticore Venom.
Hold on, what was it? Manticore
Yeah, if I hit,
Venom. Because I thought it was. Is it okay? So it's okay. I see. I understand now. Okay. For some reason, I thought it was like nearest creature as opposed to nearest ally, but okay.
It says nearest ally is their worst fear.
Yeah.
Yeah, specifically said ally because I was thinking that makes this so much more interesting to hold on to.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
And I am going to. Oh wait, what's the turn economy on putting venom? I do have a poisoner's kit. I am proficient, but I don't know if this is going to take up my action or bonus action. I don't want to do it wrong. Set a precedent for being bad.
Oh, but we are bad.
I want to be good at being bad. I guess,
So it looks like the 5e rule is it takes a full action.
Okay.
What is your goal here? So you trying to coat like an arrow?
So technically ammunition, it's 3 pieces of ammunition could be coated with 1 dosage.
Right.
And then
yeah. And so I'm trying to figure out if you're just trying to do
because I'd like to coat
1?
and shoot, but if that's not possible, then honestly I don't want to. Yeah, I feel like we might have
so I'll do. We could do either or. So you could either coat 3, and they'll be permanently coated, and you could just keep them in your bag if you want, shoot them if you want.
Okay.
It's kind of relevant, but that will take an action.
Okay.
Or very much like potions, you can coat 1 arrow and you lose the bottle. So like you uncork it, you pour it over 1 arrow, you empty the whole bottle, and you throw it on, and that's a bonus action.
I'll do the 3, and because I'm only getting the 1 shot per turn, I think. Let me check. Yeah, because it's only in my other form do I get 2 attacks.
Okay.
So yeah, I will just coat, just taking my time in the alleyway. I'm gonna break line of sight as I kind of look and then like count like how many guys there are, monster. Okay, and I'm just gonna start applying manticore venom
Okay.
to these bolts.
Great. Yeah, so now you have 3 bolts. It looks like poison or probably any coating usually lasts about a minute, which will be fine in a combat situation.
Oh, okay. So it won't be permanent?
I don't like the minute rule, so I'm gonna say it's
like
permanent.
a day?
I'm gonna say I'll just say it's permanent because you're only doing 3 pieces of ammunition.
Yeah.
And you are taking a full action, which is very expensive.
Yeah, I mean, my whole turn is this. So.
Yeah. So I'm down with ignoring the explanation time.
Like Anna said, I'm proficient in Poisoner's Kit. I feel like you can't be any more prepared than
100%. You know, and in a combat situation, you are choosing to take a full action to carefully apply this poison. If it just fades out in like 30 seconds, that would totally suck.
Like, that's lame. All right, okay.
No one would do that if that was the case.
If it was raining, maybe. I don't know. Yeah. All right, that's my turn.
Okay.
And I'm gonna break line of sight and take full cover.
Great. So you're there.
I'm gonna go off the sounds of screams.
Yeah. I feel like you're applying this point. You're like, go get him, Thales. Give him hell. You're coding.
I'll be like, actually, you know what I'd say is, I'd be like, yeah, you know what? Fuck that guy. He owes me money. Go get him. To the Queen's Men to try to build up a false sense of rapport here. 1, Thales knows I'm joking. 2, if we start losing, I'll have a new crew.
That's options, baby, options. That's all.
It's Drakkenheim.
I'm learning from Thales about how to set up my political career. Absolutely.
Great. Okay, let's see. I think all of them are just gonna attack the flying creature.
Well, because they just watched it bite off the dude's head.
Yeah, they're not hyped right now.
Head.
Right, let them take care of that, and we'll take care of them.
That's how it should have gone, honestly.
Hey,
We're
look,
learning.
They brought it. They brought it.
Okay. Okay, 2 hits, 1 crits. Love that for them.
Excellent.
Nice. So you see, there's like this minute of, I think, when the head gets bitten off one of these bandits, there's like a hush that falls over the street. Like it's not like they were fighting and then my arm got cut off and I bled out, or I got stabbed in the chest, or any of these things. Like this creature just flew down and just chomped this dude's head off, and then in the same action spun and almost decapitated another one. And so there's just like, even the one on top of you face is like, oh crap. This is not
Maybe
like
I
a
should
good
have
spot.
waited until.
And so there's that silence, and then all the bandits just rush the creature. Stab it with their little daggers, just trying to get at it. You see a bunch of lacerations start to open up on the underside of this creature, and deal a decent amount, it looks, of damage to it, which is nice. Okay, and with that, Thales, we go to your turn again. So you are still prone. I will say that he's not pitting you down or anything like that, so you can get up should you need to.
I'm gonna look at the nearest other bandit.
Okay.
And it's like, hey, you cool with him?
Who are you talking to? Are you talking to the bandit that's?
I'm pointing at the one that has his knife in me,
Okay.
and I'm looking at his nearest friend.
Okay, so you see the bandit, it manages to connect and, has this, flying creature's blood on its dagger. And, hears this voice and looks over and goes, what? And it's just looking at you like he didn't hear you. He's just like, what?
Okay, I am going to shrug, and I am going to cast, at 2nd level, comet shards. Still looking at the other guy. Just from my outstretched hand, pointing at the guy stabbing me. I'm just gonna cast comet shards, hitting him with all of the attacks. At 2nd level.
Sick.
Hell yes.
So, all right, let's see. Oh, and I don't have half damage anymore. That's nice. All right. 10.
This is a first for you to be able to do like full damage since session 1.
It's been a minute. 24. It's a bonus one. All right. Low damage, only 30 points of damage to the chest.
Okay.
Uh,
Great. So you you kind of lean over and you yell at this bandit who, sweat on his brow, kind of his
I just
friend's
wanted to
blood on his face.
draw his attention to the fact that I showed up to help, and this guy thought the right time to betray me was at the beginning of the fight.
Yeah. And so
Nice.
he's looking at you. He's like, "What?" And then you just shower this dude with comet shards, just lacerations everywhere, a couple piercing his chest. And he's like, it's like a mouse from the Matrix. But he like takes a step back and he's standing over you, still with the dagger and the scimitar, dripping in your blood. And he's standing up and he's like very bedraggled, like still standing, but he's not looking great. He was just attacked by
I'm gonna stand up and
passing
dust myself off. Like it just shouted, "Time and place, bud," and that's my turn.
Nice.
Sick.
Oh.
And so he stumbles back. You stand up and you straighten your jacket. You kind of brush the blood off your lapel.
I mean,
and-
it's blood, and I'm still bleeding, so I'm kind of just smearing.
Yeah,
it, but-
exactly. And at this point, it's no longer just your blood,
Uh-huh.
because he's standing in front of you, and it's like it's one of those scenes from like Cowboy Bebop, right, where he's standing there, he's like dripping blood from his face. There's like blood from his mouth, and he kind of just like looks up and then just rushes you again. And now you're just in a pitched melee fight with this seemingly like pretty skilled swordsman with no sword. Okay, so he's gonna attack.
Okay, he goes right after me.
Oh yeah. And your AC again is 16, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So he connects with one of the scimitar blows.
Okay.
Let me roll that. Okay. So he rushes you a little bit slower than previously, from what you could tell, and you're now fully cognizant. So he swings, I guess not expecting him to immediately strike out at you as you just bullet sprayed him with the comets. The first
I think the first one like physically hits me and
Yeah.
just kind of sparks off of my chitin.
Yep. And then he kind
like,
of goes for another
thrusts
dagger.
connect-
Yeah. And then swings again with the other scimitar blow. And one of them actually cuts through your chitin and draws more blood for 7 damage. And then he's standing there and he just goes, "Time and place." Great. That was his turn. And the creature is going to... Let's see... Okay, it's going to attack 2 of the bandits in front of it. Great. And let's do this. And then okay. So while you're kind of fighting in this melee fight, the creature swings its tail at the one it had hit and cut across the front, and just cleaves him in half because he finishes the other side of him. So that bandit goes down, and he does this cool thing where as he's spinning, he kind of throws himself at another one of the bandits and goes for the head again, bites down, clamps, but the head doesn't come off. So now he's just stuck on the top of this bandit, and you could hear on the inside,
God.
as this bandit drops his dagger and starts to try and pull this creature off of him. Okay, Ryan, it's your turn.
Okay, great. Looking at the guy who's on Phales. You must be new. One of the most important qualities of a leader is being able to read the room. Sir, you did not. That is a 17 and change to hit.
Yep, the hits.
Excellent. So let's get him started with 14 damage.
Okay, great.
How's he look?
Still alive.
Okay. I don't like him. I'm gonna get him again. Am I gonna get him again? 17.
17 just hits, yeah. Or no, it hits. It hits fine. I was guessing it.
That's cocked. All right. 4. So that's another 9.
Onto the cock.
Okay.
I stopped. I stopped. That's now part of our everything forever, right?
Right. Every time someone cocks a dice, I will always repeat those words.
Respect the what? And how's he look?
So he's dead. So
super.
Phales, you see a bright blast kind of come over the shoulders of this captain, and he kind of stumbles forward. And what he does is funny. He kind of drops his dagger and puts his arm on your shoulder, and he gets hit in the back again and kind of just falls into you.
As he starts leaning on me, I'm just gonna lean in and be like, "Hey, no offense, but you look like you don't have nice stuff."
I'm giving you an inspiration point.
He dies knowing that he's not worthy to be looted after he died, which is the worst insult a bandit captain could ever hear when he died.
That's so amazing.
That's fantastic. Okay, so he's down. That's great. Mama got one more. Let's let's have some fun with our with the big friend.
Yeah.
Or not. Okay, 6, 8, 10, 14. 14
just hits.
Excellent. And that is going to be 10 damage.
10.
I no longer have an extra little orbit spinning around my head.
Okay.
Those are the attacks. And then looking at Phales, gotcha. And this is sneaking back behind, trying to get a little cover.
Okay. All right. So Erasmus, that's your turn.
I turn around and see a wildly different thing.
Yeah.
There's a guy being chewed on. Phales is pushing a dead guy off of him. I'm kind of like, oh, and I go from wanting to use the poison bolts. I'm gonna start putting in non-poison bolts in my crossbow. I was like, I'll hold on to those later. This situation seems wildly improved. So I'll take a shot at the manta ray this time, considering that's probably going to be the scariest thing as I watch it almost destroy a man. That is a 11 to hit.
11 misses.
11 misses. How's everyone's health doing?
I could use some help.
Come up. Do you have any potions?
You just melee fought a bandit captain with no melee. No melee.
Well, I had one before I rolled that natural one.
That's true.
Let's see.
Had on the way up, and somehow it disappeared on the way down.
Can we take a potion as a bonus action?
Yes, but you roll the
Okay.
dice for it as opposed
Right.
to just getting the full.
Can
Oh,
we
sure. Okay.
provide a potion? Can I pour it into someone's mouth as a bonus action?
No, I'll say that takes an action.
Okay,
Um,
that seems fair.
I think we said action last time.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think it was action
Okay,
last
cool.
time.
You
yeah.
can do yourself, but you can't do somebody else.
Yeah.
All right. So Phales, I'm gonna hook you up. How much health are you missing, or is it bloodied, or approaching bloodied here?
I'm down to single digits.
Okay, I'm gonna hit you with a 3rd level healing word.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Unless Rianne, in which case you are hurt as well. But let me know if that's the case.
I am going to confidently say, not yet.
Okay, good. So this is going to be 3d4 plus 4. 3, 2 plus 12. 3, 2 plus, yeah. So you heal 12 as I yell, as I shoot and miss, and then look to Phales and say, don't let it leave without your sword.
Oh, I wasn't planning on it.
Okay, as magic knits you back together a bit.
Great.
Thank you.
Yep.
Awesome. So, let's see.
There are 4 of them left.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. I think it's gonna happen. So, the bandit that has it attached to him is gonna go ahead and make a strength check to pull it off. Fails miserably. So tries to grab the jaws, slips. There's blood everywhere. Slips. Can't seem to get it off. The other 3 bandits just saw their leader die and not be looted, which is the biggest insult.
We're a little busy right
Like
now.
3 of their people are either fully decapitated or just cut in half and dead. One of them still has the thing hanging on its on its shoulders. They're just gonna leave. So all 3 of them just start booking it. The creature cannot get any AOs because it can only attack the person it's attached to currently. So they full sprint. They like turn the corner. They're just gone. They just absolutely leave their friend in the dust. So there's still 1 bandit left, and the creature attached to it. So Phales, that's your turn.
Yeah. So they run away. Erasmus, are you close?
I think I'm 30 feet away because I haven't moved from our starting position this whole fight.
Erasmus, do you want to? Do you still want to find out what's inside this creature?
Absolutely, I do.
All right. I'm gonna run over to you, and I'm gonna cast Controlled Mutation.
Okay.
And you have the opportunity, if you wish, to take a point of corruption. What do you think?
First one's free.
And as I understand, corruption has led to you having some really cool and really horrible things.
Yes. You got to get pretty deep in before bad stuff happens. It'll be fun.
I'm gonna have to pull the audience.
Rice sitting at 1. I think one's, first one's free.
Yeah, the audience says yes.
Excellent.
So,
We love
obviously I
to
can hear
see
you
it.
guys
Okay.
shouting through your screen.
Okay. So, you for the next hour, you have advantage on all of your attacks, on all your melee attacks,
Ooh.
and all strength saving throws,
Oh.
and, which I think you have anyways when you're transformed. But
Maybe, yeah.
all of your melee attacks also do an additional 2d6 necrotic damage.
Ooh, baby.
Unless you'd rather have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. What do you think?
Hold on. So I can either do all of that or offensive stuff or get basically like the benefit of rage.
Yeah. Hard to choose, right?
I'd rather be offensive.
All right.
But it's all melee attacks?
Well, yeah. So your melee attacks do an extra 2d6 necrotic now, and you've got advantage on all of them. You don't.
Yeah.
Even if you didn't want to transform, that's still.
How long does this last?
An hour.
Yeah. Okay. Fuck yeah. Absolutely.
That's solid.
All right, tagging you in, and I'm gonna pull one of these shards of delirium out that we wrenched from the mouth of the rat prince.
Yes.
And I'm just gonna pin you against the wall and just draw a sigil across your chest with it, and sink through your armor and into you. Don't think about it.
How can I not think?
And yeah, I think your heart starts beating much faster and harder, and you realize it isn't just beating faster and harder. Your old heartbeat is still going, and somehow a second disconnected, a second disconnected heartbeat that's beating much harder and is maybe coming from a different organ. Is beating alongside
wings.
of it. It's probably immensely painful, and your brain has more oxygen in this moment than it's had at any point in your life.
Okay.
You're ready for anything.
Sick.
All right. That's cool. That's real cool. Can't wait till I put it to use here.
That's my turn.
Welcome to Drakkenheim.
All right. What a sick turn. That was so fun. All right. So this creature is gonna disconnect from the bandit, and where is my?
Kind of hate that the meat shields ran away. Get back here.
I know. That's why I'm rolling to see where it's gonna go.
We need you. I think it should chase them, really.
Right, honestly, but they're already gone. Like they are like around the corner gone. And so having seen that, its attackers just left. If it's gonna be eating any of the bodies, it has plenty to choose from. But it's still actively being attacked. And so Ryan, you were the last to hit it. It's going to go ahead and head your way.
Okay.
And is going to attack you twice.
I have some cover, yeah?
Yeah, I think you have, half cover? Actually, well, yes, but it's not ranged attack. So it literally flies into the alleyway and blocks your exit on the side of the alleyway.
Rude.
So there's literally one way out, and it's through it. Okay. What's your AC again?
15. 15.
15. Okay. So you see this creature fly into the alleyway, and you kind of prep for it, right? You're like, all right, here we go. You know, I'm gonna box this flying creature. And you see its tail whip out, and you've seen this move before, so you duck under it. And as you kind of raise your head, your entire head goes into its jaws.
Okay.
And you take 18 points of damage.
Okay.
You are now blinded and suffocating. And on your action, you could take a turn to remove it.
Sure. All right.
Do you know what suffocating is in 5e?
My guess is that I can hold my breath for 2. So my con score, my modifier is 2.
What happens after you're done joking?
Yeah.
So it's you have rounds plus your con mod before you drop to 0.
Yep.
Okay.
That's what Randy was doing the other night.
Yeah, got it. So that's what I was thinking. So my con modifier is 2.
Yeah, it's
So three rounds.
yeah. So 3 3 rounds. Oh, that was minutes. Which is
No, it's rounds.
It's
Right?
holding your breath
there it is.
minutes.
There it is. Yeah.
When
yeah,
you're
yeah.
done holding your breath, you begin suffocating.
You're absolutely right. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So yeah. So you have 3 rounds until you go to 0 hit points. So
I have a feeling
just
about
wanted to give you that mechanic because it is a mechanic
Perfect.
that sometimes doesn't happen, and so
I
you
sure
may
like-
not
I
have
like-
run into it.
I like minutes better than rounds. Okay, cool. So I'm in there. I'm inside. I'm looking. Can I suppose there's not enough light to be like actually looking to see what's in here.
You're blinded as well. Blinded
right.
and
Blinded.
and choking or unable to.
Okay. Okay.
Great. So that's its turn. So it is your turn, Rayanne.
Excellent.
If
So
you would
to
like,
get-
you could take an action to remove it.
Okay.
Or you can take the downsides of being blinded.
Firing into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So the action to remove it, is it a strength save or is that
Strength,
just
strength check.
strength check? Okay. Or I shoot it. No, let's get out.
Okay.
Let's get out because I don't know if shooting will do it. So strength check. That's just a straight.
So you just roll d20 and
What
add
do I
your
add to it?
strength modifier.
Okay. Oof. Yikes. I think I'm gonna be here for a minute. What's a 14 do for me?
14 does not succeed.
Okay.
So you
I-
you manage to find purchase on the
Yeah.
like kind of shoulder area of it and start to push, and your hand slip because of the blood that's there.
Okay. All right. That. Okay, we'll do that for now. There I am. I'm like, hi guys, over here. Over here.
Great. So Erasmus, that's your turn.
All right. Does it look like I could punch it without hurting her?
No. But
Sorry.
Um.
That's so sorry, right?
Can you pry it open?
Could you break the grapple the normal way
Yes.
by like shoving him off?
Yeah, can I
You-
use
you can-
one of my
You can
two
use an
attacks?
action to try and pull it off. Yeah. But it is a full action.
That's full action.
Oh, so if he was shoved, then
It just
Ryan
brings her
shoved
with it.
him?
Yeah.
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 Just
Okay.
attack
Yeah.
the damn thing.
I'm just gonna attack it with
I got a couple.
advantage. So I'm gonna transform. Bonus action.
So for attacking this one, it doesn't have any rules about it, so I'm gonna do this straight luck roll. So
Okay.
just roll, and the only reason I'm saying the straight luck roll is because you kind of hulked out.
Okay.
So the logic would be you're just punching, right, as opposed to like a rogue who's like trying to like find the weak spots.
Sure.
So go ahead and just roll a d20 for me and tell me the result.
13.
13, you're good. Yeah, you hit it.
Okay. So advantage on my attack roll here. So I got a 20 something.
Yep, you're good.
All right. So attack is going to be. Let's go to the chart. I have all that information that I always have pulled up. Making sure. Okay. So first attack. 10. So 10. Nope. That's not right. 7 plus 13 bludgeoning and then 2d6 necrotic.
So 20 base and then the necrotic.
Hold on. So it's hold on. What did I say? 13?
13 and 7, right?
No, so just 13 is the total.
Oh,
like.
okay.
And then an extra 8 necrotic.
Okay, cool. So 21 total.
21 total. And then my second attack, because I have that now.
Mhm.
So
Yay.
happy.
So again, with this one, go ahead and roll the same luck roll.
Okay. 13.
13, great.
And then
I was gonna say, I don't know if you want to hit Ryan for 21 damage. That would
Right.
suck.
18 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Okay. This
Oh,
time
and if it
is-
matters, the extra 2d6 damage is necrotic.
Yeah. So this is going to be.
Oh, there
Is
is
that-
a mechanic for this. I'm sorry. So
Oh.
instead of the luck rolls. Okay.
Yeah.
I missed this entirely. I was rereading it, looking for the necrotic. Okay. So Ryan, you take 10 damage from the first attack.
Okay.
It only takes 10 damage. Go ahead and roll your second attack. So you're still in your second attack. It's still hit. You're still good.
Okay.
But you did just straight punch Ryan in the face as well.
Damn it. All right. Well, there's 18 damage plus the necrotic
And
is.
I will
coming
say,
in.
because that is by fault, if you want to not take that second attack, you can. It's your choice.
No, full send.
All right. I'm just going to
so-
send it.
18 plus 7, 25 damage.
25. Okay, so Ryan, you take 12 damage.
Hey.
And this also takes 12 damage. So, Ryan, you have this creature attached to you.
Feeling great.
And
Feeling
you're
good.
completely blinded. At this point, it's kind of panicky, right? And then all of a sudden, you just feel this massive fist punch your face twice.
This spiritual power smash into you.
That's so
All right,
funny.
that's my turn as I am just like throttling it in the form of a saint, and she is saying, saint is saying, unhand her, creature of blight. Yeah, that's and just smash.
Sweet. The remaining bandit just starts to stumble away. It's not near any of you really for melee, but
I've reached. So I don't know
yeah,
if that
you
matters.
you can if you would like to hit this bandit for
abs-
AO.
I
He
would
looks
love that.
terrible, so if you want to just like let him go, great. But if not,
I
totally
crit.
fine. Perfect. So
Um,
you can just describe to me what happens. It's got 1 hit point left. So
Can
this
I-
is the
I
definition of a
keep him
butcher.
alive with non-lethal? Can I basically like?
Oh. I
Can I
think
make
even
it-
with well, yeah. I mean,
Because-
I guess you would just knock him out, but he might
wanna
die
knock him out.
because he's got 1 health left.
I don't like with a crit. I feel like the success of getting a critical hit means I
Yeah.
can kind of try an outcome that is positive to my intent, not
Yeah.
reckless brutality. I
Yeah,
guess,
yeah,
'cause-
yeah, yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, you can if you want to, you can definitely knock him out.
Okay, I will then just with like keeping my focus on the creature that is a manta ray. You just see this arm reach out and just just into the sky, into the nearest trash of the alley, which I imagine hasn't decomposed. It's-
No,
nothing
yeah,
does.
nothing
Because
decomposes. Yeah.
Drakkenheim.
There's like perfectly valid apples in there.
And it'll say, "Sit down."
You are being rescued.
You are being rescued.
Okay.
All right, that is me without reaction, and yeah.
Okay, great. Awesome. So Bailey's, that's your turn.
Awesome. So you said these creatures normally don't operate well in the light.
Mhm.
What's like the orientation with biology? Like, does it have like predator face? Not like Predator movie, but like, is its mouth and eyes facing the same direction?
Yep.
All right. So like, it's kind of like onto Ryan and also looking at her.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna place a hand on Ryan's chest and cast light, and she is going to begin brightly glowing.
Sick.
In the hopes that he relinquishes her. And I'm going to juke around and see if I can pull the sword out from his back.
Okay.
As an object interaction.
Sweet. Yeah, I mean, this is really low DC. Go ahead and just give me a strength check.
Absolutely. Excellent. 8.
8. You know what? It was low enough that's perfectly fine.
Cool. And as my hand touches the sword also begins glowing brightly.
Yeah. He's not a happy camper right now.
And that's my turn.
Okay.
Does he seem to have a feeling about biting onto a flashlight?
Yeah. So at this point,
Don't we all?
they, you see
I'm thinking
it-
more on a psychological than mechanical level.
Yeah. There's like a pause when its entire universe lights up.
Mhm.
And you see it kind of start to go limp, and then it kind of buckles down, but not quite as hard. You could tell, like it's
Mhm.
like it seems to have been utterly shocked by this, like maybe
Uh-huh.
possibly blind. It already has someone though, so it's like what do I do? Oh wait, I can feel this person's head in my mouth. Like let me just like bite down. Mechanically, it does change things.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like from its bearing, it seems like it's kind of hunkering down and just trying to get through it.
Exactly.
As opposed to
Yeah, exactly. But it does mechanically have an improvement on this, so it's I rolled with disadvantage now, which is great.
That's lucky.
All right. We like
actually,
it. We
no,
take
I'm
it.
sorry. It rolls it flat because it already had advantage.
Nice that he's not one of those that only sunlight will do.
Yeah. Yeah, it's what was your AC again? Sorry, I keep forgetting. Is it 18?
Who's
For
Ryan's.
right.
15.
15. Okay, so it does hit you. It doesn't crit though. Jeez. And I rolled really low.
It's gonna have to be really low.
Yeah, I rolled a 7.
Done.
Done. You just lights out. Okay.
Y'all come get me.
So you see, even within the creature's mouth, just light emanating, and you see for the first time the kind of the inside of this creature. It just looks like the inside of a gross creature's mouth, and you feel it kind of go limp for a second, and then almost like not half-heartedly, but like, at least trying to hold on. It bites down harder, and you just slip into unconsciousness.
Fair enough. I've got potions.
And
Here
it is
we
your
go.
turn, and so I need a death saving throw from you.
And on my turn, I think I'll go limp.
I did that as a free action.
Right? It's 18.
Oh, and I'm sorry.
It's-
Can my cat also give the help action to Laurie?
Oh yeah. So I mean, you already succeeded, so
Oh, okay, good.
you're fine there.
Bring that cat back next time, though. Big fan. Big fan.
Okay, great. So Erasmus, that's you.
Ah,
So
and the
you
great-
you punch this creature twice, goes through, all of a sudden lights up like the 4th of July, and then you see Rand just crumple onto the ground.
Yeah, that seems about right. Because Rand's body can only take so much abuse. I'm gonna keep attacking this thing. With advantage because of that stuff.
Will that keep? Never mind.
Well, let's let go of me, right?
It hasn't let go of me, has
I
it?
thought you struggled out.
No, I just
Oh.
It fell with
Passed-
her. It's still
I
attached.
just passed out.
I saw the look on your face, Laurie.
I
Was
was
sheer
like,
panic, and I was like,
I just wanted to be
"You
clear
are more than
about
welcome
where-
to say something."
Sorry, my bad. I just want to make sure we all know what's
Yeah.
going on.
I think my.
I wasn't gonna
character-
interrupt him.
course
I
not.
wasn't
I
gonna-
thought you had fallen out of its mouth.
Yeah.
for some
Wait, did
reason.
you attack on your turn then? Is that what happened or?
Yeah, he was gonna attack.
Oh, okay.
Do I have? I think this thing has the ability to like punch or move, create movement out of. Nope. I'm gonna have to use my action to pull it off, I guess.
I think that's worth it.
Yeah. All right. With advantage.
Yes.
Because of the strength stuff. That is going to be 18.
18. Okay, you successfully managed to wrench the jaws open and pull Ryan's unconscious head out of this creature.
I'm gonna hold on to the creature.
Okay.
And that is my action. And I have no bonus actions anymore, so that's it.
Okay. Well, you saved Ryan's life, so that's nice.
Oh, it's either that or take it.
That's
That's
true.
my choice.
You made your choice.
Yeah.
Things of
Remember
Drakkenheim are
remember this
complicated.
day when you are unconscious. Oh, never mind.
I like to imagine you still. Do not panic. You are being rescued. Right, it's just unconscious.
Everyone rescued with violence.
Yep.
That guy over there, right?
All right, Bailey, it's your turn.
Okay. So we got him surrounded on two sides with bright lights.
Does Rayanne still glow if she's unconscious? I assume so.
Yeah, because it's just my light spell.
Yeah, it's just your light spell.
I'm gonna cast Corrupted Cure on Ryan.
Okay.
And that. Okay, so how much did that heal you? Okay. Do you want a contamination level?
Do I have one, or
You
has
have
that?
one, so
You
that'll
have
bump you
one.
up to 2, which
puts you
limit
on the
your
table.
Short rest healing.
Oh,
You gain half as much healing on a short rest.
And
okay.
technically long rest too, right?
No, just short rest at the 2 levels.
Gotcha.
Like from it just limits
Sure.
healing from spending hit dice. Okay,
Okay.
beautiful. So you're gonna gain a point of contamination, and
It's all going around.
I think you have to roll on the table, which is exciting.
Oh, yay!
Let's see. I don't remember if it's 2 or 3, but I think it's anything past 1. Let's find out.
Drakkenheim.
You regain 34 hit points.
Holy
shit, dude.
crap!
That's a lot of good healing.
Fantastic.
That's fantastic.
Okay.
So
I'm sorry, 34?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So Bailey's gonna look around really quickly and then pull out a little vial of just luminous octarine sludge, and then just drop drop a little bit of it into one of your eyes, and there's just gonna be like a little puff of smoke. And you're going to feel invigorated, I imagine.
Oh, God. Okay. Awesome.
Awesome.
I also need you to roll a d6 for me, Laurie.
Okay.
There might be a
Let's
slight
party.
chemical burn on your eye.
Let's party.
A
It's
permanent
fine.
mark.
That's a 2.
Okay. Can you roll a d20 for me?
I can indeed.
Make it a good
That-
d20. Make it a good one. You want a good one.
Okay, you. No. I have to use one of his. Here, you.
Yep. That's what I was thinking.
I got you for this. Fallen Star Beast. Come on. Fallen Star Beast.
That's a lucky die.
That's a great die.
Okay, it's a 19. It's a 19.
Nice.
It's a 19. Yeah. And these are effing
I think
beautiful,
Ryan's
dude.
attitude towards corruption might be improving.
It might. It
It is.
might be improving.
It is.
And you know what's interesting is, man, does that not play with the exact situation that just happened? So you moved from full blindness to brilliant light to unconscious blindness to waking up. You now have blind sight to a range of 10 feet. Oh man, that's wild. And your eyes are no longer, they no longer have irises. They're just white, milky orbs in your eyes.
Oh my god. Oh, the flavor, that's perfect.
Yeah,
That's
so
so
you
cool.
literally like went dark, went light, went dark again, woke up, now you could see more than ever.
Dude, that's awesome. And I, of course, don't know that my eyes look any different.
No, but you do know that you're seeing,
I
at
can
least
see-
close to you, you can see details you never saw before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see what's behind people.
You can see, yeah, you can see behind you right now.
So yeah, blind sight is like everything within a 10-foot radius. You know what it is, where it is, what color it is, like everything.
you
Like
can see invisible stuff.
you get
Yep.
perfect vision, like you are omnipotent around you within a 10 feet sphere.
And fun fact, Erasmus has that.
Nice.
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
And
Just never come up.
the only negative effect only is can't heal during short rest.
Oh, you still
Yeah, for
can.
now.
You still have as much.
Oh, right,
half.
heal for half.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean for now. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
As long as you don't get more,
What?
you're good.
Yeah.
That's fair. And I know there are also ways to remove it if it becomes problematic.
you
We're gonna learn all sorts of things.
Yeah.
Hey, this might help me. Oscar may like us a little more.
Oh,
It's true.
I
No, the opposite.
I will say, you might want to commit to like how down you are to stay on this track, because you might be in a place that's harder to return from, if you keep going.
Let madness take the world, Isaac.
Fair. So just and we'll get there later. As we're looking at bodies and things like that to loot, Rye's gonna be looking for a pair of, I don't know, sunglasses if sunglasses exist in this world.
You know what you could do, and which would, in my opinion, be way cooler, is you could just make a bandana.
Ooh.
You can just go full blind warlock.
Oh yeah.
The only downside is
We'll only be able to see 10
feet, right? So you can like keep it on your forehead, and then if you really want to, you can just pop it down if you're in melee range and just go full blind warlock. And also, it would be like psychologically wild. Like you're like gonna start fighting this like random warlock in a cloak, and then they just pull this bandana down over their face.
I feel like you don't like being in melee enough for that to make sense.
Right.
It's just cool
If
flavor.
you were like
I
an
just love
X-Blade, that would be sick, and like
Yeah.
you should 100% do it.
Yes.
Like anybody who shoots you would have advantage.
Okay,
Would
this
that
is
be the
awesome.
case though? Because it's blind sight. So anything that comes within like a
Yeah, so blind sight,
projectile?
but like so blind sight. But if she had the bandana, then she'd also be blind beyond this radius. And
I guess
so
that's
someone
fair, yeah.
more than 10 feet away would be an unseen attacker.
That's
so
true.
advantage.
Yeah. You're right.
Got it. If need be, I'm assuming I could use minor illusion
Yeah.
to give myself eyes if
I don't think
feel
anyone's
like
like
I'm in
gonna
a
be
place.
crappy to you about your milky white eyes. That's a
Says the man in the
Yeah.
chitin skin. Like it's fine.
Yeah. Look, I'm up. I'm happy. I've got 34 hit points, and we got business to take care of. This is great. I'm gonna look at, and again, Rye doesn't know what's going on. It's just, wow. Bailey's.
Oh God, I'm so sorry.
Sorry about what? I feel so. I don't know. I can see things. I feel
Oh, you can see. You can see.
so much
great.
more
Oh, I
empowered.
was worried you might be blind. Okay. Yeah. No, you're great. Excellent.
Why were you?
No trouble.
Okay, we'll talk about this later. Let's take care of business. Let's take care of
And
business.
Bailey's is going to run away bravely.
Yes. Bravely ran away.
Does it want to take an attack of opportunity against me?
I'm holding
It
it.
can't.
So, yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. It
I'm like,
couldn't if it tried. Well,
Yep.
it could, but it's not gonna try.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I imagine it's having a time with
It's-
everything being so bright right
yeah.
here.
Yeah. It's that's exactly why it's not taking it. It's being held, and there's a glowing. Like Radley's really intimidating right now. Like just fell down unconscious, woke up with like milky white eyes, and is still glowing. Like
I
pretty.
read this part of
pretty
the
wild.
Bible
Yeah,
at least once.
100%.
I'm just like, oh no, this is a new bad kind of husk.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can it talk to us? I sure hope so. We'll
Yeah.
find out.
Yeah, it's my turn.
Dude,
Okay.
this is awesome.
It is, however, going to attack you, Erasmus.
Okay.
And
As
so,
it does, I shove my whole arm down its throat because I read about the only two people in the North America to survive a bear attack barehanded and win was a guy who forced the animal to choke on his entire
its
arm to
Yeah.
death.
So yeah, I mean, it's still gonna bite you, but yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
It can't get your head, which is important.
And disadvantage, right?
Yes, because it's being grappled. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Oh no, because
holding
it's
it.
brightly illuminated.
And the light.
Oh yes. You're right. Okay. So,
Go towards the light, Manta.
what's
Isn't
your
that
what's your AC?
antacid? 16.
16. Okay, this one does hit you. I
Alright.
think it's just the tail. So, okay, so it hits you for 7 damage. So, You shove your hand down its mouth, and you feel it like try and bite you, but it can't seem to get leverage, and so it starts to whip its tail at you and kind of cuts you across the chest for 7 slashing damage.
Okay.
And that is its whole turn. So Ryan, eyes aglow.
Right? Ah,
Are you well? Are you able to defeat this? You are being rescued.
Thanks. I'm going to aggressively rescue you. I feel great. Let's do this. How's it looking?
Oh, it looks terrible.
Does it?
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
see
it
if we can
definitely it has like a Saint Hulk arm down its throat, but apart from that, does not look good. It's panicking. There's a lot of light.
Okay. Now, I know from being in there, when it took damage and I was in there, I took damage.
Yes.
Ghost's arm is in there.
So it doesn't actually apply to this one because it needs to attach to the head.
Okay.
So.
All right. Fair enough.
Yeah, because it does say that it attaches, but it very specifically says it attaches to the head. This is like a,
Got it.
It's a arm.
It's a choke attack. Okay, so 22 for the first. It's like, no, you know what? We need to be done now. Shh. Just a hand out. Blast goes out. And a nat 20 on the second one.
Yeah, I mean it just is obliterated. So yeah, fire that second one for funsies.
It's done. It's done. Okay, so there's a 5. There's an 8. That's 13. Let's respect that. And 9 is 22. And 32. So that's 37 total. Do I get the +5 on all of it? Yeah, probably. So boom, 37. We just start. We're just like, no, you know what? We're done. I spent too much time in you, and just. They start going off, the blasts go, boom.
Yeah,
How's it
I'm
look?
Glad I made that ruling that it wouldn't transfer to Erasmus. That wouldn't have been a fun time.
Might have chosen a different
that'd have been like
strategy.
35 damage to you. Yeah, I mean it's toast. It literally after the first attack goes limp on your arm, Ghost, and then the second attack just blows it right off, almost just disintegrates it.
I would just want to protect the amount of it that I can make into a cloak for myself and hopefully for Faylee, so we could have like, and if there's if this is large size, we can maybe hopefully get some so that we're all like decked out in a uniform, so people know we roll deep with this creature's skin.
At the very least, Mantis skin's pretty cool.
Mantis skin is a texture that
I love that.
I love Mantis as alive, but I also love the idea that if there was a monster that attacked me and my friends, we would bond by wearing its skin.
If nothing else, at least a headband.
Or an eye-band, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like us having our own gang uniform.
Yep.
Like,
yeah.
Me too.
And the fact that it's a cloak made of sky manta creature skin is like, I'm into it.
Well, it's pretty big. So that's gone. There are still a few bodies kicking around, right?
Yeah, there's also
there's
an
one
alive
unconscious
body.
guy.
Yeah,
Okay.
in a trash can.
I just want to start
that guy.
looting.
Yeah, we're gonna loot that
you go
guy, and I want that guy to watch when Rianne does her cooking show routine.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay, so
a blind cooking show routine, cooking without
Nice.
looking.
Oh, I love it. That's
a real
kinda
thing,
fun.
though.
That's funny. Okay, so the bodies that are down,
Yes.
let's take a look, because now we know this is down. Things are quiet now, right? It feels like all the threats have been eliminated. I'd love to take a look at the bodies, see what's on them, see what we can learn from them. And while we're doing it, as I'm going and looking at the bodies, occasionally I'm turning and looking at the one. Oh wait, is he unconscious, or is he still conscious?
Unconscious.
Okay, well then I won't start glaring at him
I'm gonna tie him up.
weirdly, okay, so yeah, let's take a look at what we have.
Sweet. Okay. Go ahead and roll investigation for anybody who would like to loot things.
Absolutely.
Anyone who would like to harvest anything, go ahead and do an Arcana check.
Okay.
Okay, my looting is only a 15.
Well, so who is looting the? It's a cloaker. So who is looting the cloaker?
Erasmus
I-
was looking at that, right?
I was doing the harvesting.
Great.
I just
okay.
rolled my Arcana.
Okay. What did you get on Arcana?
Mm-hmm.
Can I help
19.
with that?
With help. I don't know. 19.
Are you gonna help? Are you gonna do the help?
That's as good as I get.
Yeah, I mean, like,
okay.
yeah, I guess I would help with that. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I didn't know he was gonna roll a 19.
Well, I mean, yeah, but you could roll higher though. So,
Oh, let's see.
did you roll a second die for the help? Oh, okay. So you got 19. Okay. So you managed to cut off its tail. And it looks like it could make a cool weapon.
Ooh.
At least be fashioned into one if you manage to find a good weaponsmith.
There's like a. Did it have like a stinger?
It has a couple stingers on it. Yeah.
Oh, does it have like a venom sac?
It technically yes. It has. I'm literally looking at a table right now, which is great. It's very very helpful. So it does, yes. So you can get some teeth. They're just standard teeth. They don't seem to have any venom or anything on them. And then you collected its tail. But when you went to go and collect the hide of it to actually remove the skin on the back of it, it was far too damaged. Probably from the sword blow, quite frankly. To harvest it, and the blood that it was spilling that fell onto the paving stones sizzles away, and looks like it kind of congeals really quickly. So as you're harvesting, you're unable to capture any of the blood. So you get some teeth and its tail.
Okay.
Very good.
I will
Got it.
wear the tail as a belt and hand out the teeth as friendship bracelets.
Nice. And is Rye able to go and, take a little piece of tastiness? Maybe she's gonna just go and as she does, she goes over to it, pulls out a chef's knife, maybe finds a good place before it's all disintegrated, and just peels off a nice strip of meat. That work?
Yeah, absolutely.
Done. Manta meat.
Manta meat. Whoopsies.
I think people like the bellies on these ones.
It's nice and soft.
Mm.
Yeah, it's good. It's well marbled. It's very nice. Sure, you guys aren't gonna want some of this? All right.
Oh, that was a disaster.
Oh,
I'm starting to think these Queensmen are not the nicest people.
you're starting to think that. Yeah. Well, look. You announced immediately that we are here to help. They saw us attacking that, and they chose to come after us as opposed to do that.
Yeah, I expected they were gonna
Turn on us.
They were gonna turn on us. I just thought,
After.
right?
Have the decency to wait. Yeah.
Not the brightest bulbs.
Right?
And
I like
kinda
to make a
gesture
formal
at Violet's
complaint.
glowing chest and chuckle.
Do they have the ones that are
I don't know
down?
what a bulb is, but I guess like a flower bulb.
Yeah, not the,
Right,
that's
colored.
pretty. Yeah.
What did they have on there? I was
Oh, I guess
looking.
we should look, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't look very well. I think maybe. Although I should look great.
I feel like just like it'll take the sting out of the insult if I loot the bodies. So while they're looking at the bodies, can I just kind of look around the area?
Yeah, absolutely. So Ryan, if you're looting,
Yes.
and actually Erasmus, because you have this as well, you two can pretty much just work your way through the bodies and find whatever you get, essentially. It just looks like there's some coins, probably around 30, 40 gold between all the bodies. You find a handful of daggers. They're not great condition, but they're daggers. And then the scimitar, just a regular scimitar, nothing special or magical about it. And some leather armor, but kind of beaten up on each of them. So nothing too fancy. The fanciest leather armor is on the bandit captain, the leader. And that is, I think it was studded. I don't remember. correctly.
I'm gonna hog tie this guy, and tie him in such a way where one could compare him to briefcase carry.
Are we taking him with us? Gonna rescue him?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. I mean, it depends on him, and I'll let him know. And yeah, so basically, I'm gonna take my time to basically make it so that his hands are tied behind him, his feet are tied to with a length, and then that length is basically a handhold. So I basically walk, kind of swinging him for momentum to really help myself along forward.
That's fine.
Nice.
Now, unless we want to turn back, I don't think a prisoner is going to survive with us.
That's fine.
If we want him to live, if we want him to live, we should probably turn him loose, I think. And if we're okay with him dying, if we want him to die, we could save ourselves the effort of carrying him around.
I think when he comes around, he's gonna have some cool ideas about.
Oh yeah, let's wait till we can have a conversation with him. We can berate him a little bit before we set him free or kill him.
Right.
Yeah. Well, and maybe we can learn a little something. Now, what we do know is that three of them took off. So
Yes.
I don't know
We can
if
follow a
they're-
trail of blood. They were bleeding.
That's fair. Well, I don't know if there are more around, and I don't know that we need to follow them. But they may very well go find others to try to come for us. So that's something else to keep in mind.
That doesn't sound true. I personally,
Okay.
I don't have any feelings about the only one of these people that I really want to berate in this moment is already dead. So I'm satisfied. You know.
Perfect. All right. Let's go.
And I'd like to make use of this boon, so I wanna hurry up and keep the boon on as
Oh
long as
yes.
possible.
Rather than sticking around to look around, we just keep going then.
Yeah.
All right.
I just want to have him for one more fight. if
Are
possible.
you bringing the bandit suitcase with you?
Yep.
Yeah. So that's probably gonna slow us down a bit.
Yeah, you're basically there. Like, it was close enough to where you were. You just ended up in a long fight.
I might cut off his legs and then heal him,
Don't
and
do
that way
that.
he's lighter. Like, how? That's a lot of weight lost.
Just put him on a sled behind you.
If we want to kill him, it's really easy. We can just leave.
Yeah. Just leave him tied up in the middle of
I
Drakkenheim.
think that he'll know
We didn't
something.
even have to tie him up. He's on his own. He doesn't have any buddies here. Like, that's dead already. Even if he was conscious.
I like the idea of having someone owe us a favor. You know?
Yeah. I feel like we could tie him a little less aggressively if that's if the intent
Oh,
is
these
to
just one
be merciful.
one knot, it all comes undone. It's just
Oh,
one
nice.
round.
Okay.
Yeah. You know. So
Get him on like a backpack.
it's how the knights actually carried me when they found me stalking them, and they first thought I was some sort of monster in the dark. Those guys are very good with rope, and I learned my lesson.
I initially was imagining like they carry you around like a dragoon, right? Like, yeah, this is how we deploy the squires, right? The knights like riding up and then like pulling the knot to like drop their squire is like a noble foot infantry that just kind of gets dropped and like left.
That's amazing.
I kind of like it.
Deploying squires.
There is an alternate world where that is absolutely a thing.
Yeah, so continuing on, let's get to the park
Alright.
while you're still all juiced.
Yep.
Great.
I'm super juiced on that
Takes-
stuff.
Just a couple minutes to get to the park. Probably 10
Perfect.
additional minutes. So you still got a good, 50 minutes left on your boon there.
Yes, that's probably why I'm being so aggressive. It's strange.
Yeah.
This extra little
You're
pump
just,
of this
yeah,
magic.
you're hulked out.
Well, that is like the first time I've done that to you. Like I might not have tuned it right.
Yeah, I'm talking about like, oh, he's heavy. The solution is obviously cut off parts that aren't needed. That doesn't seem like Erasmus at all.
Yeah. Oh, Erasmus people will have feelings if you talk like that. I understand the appeal, but
Yeah, feelings. I mean, you know.
Feelings, man,
Yeah,
feelings.
feelings. What are they going to do about it?
Hey.
He's got the saucer eyes, huge. Okay, great. So you walk up to the Queen's Park, and it is a multi-tiered garden that seems to kind of snake into the area pretty intensely. You can't see the other side of this garden. It's very overgrown, obviously not tended. And
It's weird if it was.
but yeah, exactly. And in order to get into the garden, there's like a little step up, and then you kind of enter into the garden proper, which is surrounded by, some fences and some bushes. There is a thick fog of the deep haze that hangs over this entrance.
And we have some experience with deep haze, right?
Yes. Your vision is a little obscured while in it.
Does that hurt when we first go in?
It hurts every hour that you are in it, you have to roll a save.
Is that after an hour or starting right when we enter?
Starts the hour. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're looking for something specific here, right?
Right. Looking for flowers.
All right, hold on one second. I'm gonna pause. All right, welcome back. Quick, short intermission. I had to fix some technical issues on camera. Easy fix. And now we're back. So, when we left before intermission, we were all standing in front of Queen's Park Garden, staring up into this multi-tiered, they describe it as a Baroque style garden, so large bushes, a bunch of trestles, not, well kept. Obviously, it's been 15 years or something before anyone's actually done the upkeep here. But there's a very, not translucent, it's not the word I'm looking for. What is the word? Prismatic, there we go. Like a thick prismatic style fog in front of you that basically hangs over the staircases leading up into the tiered park itself. You've operated in this fog before. It was at the gate with the followers of the Falling Fire, so you have experienced this before. It's just like a deeper level of the haze that actively damages you, unless, of course, you are a member of the followers of the Falling Fire for some reason. So, with each of you standing in front of this, what would you like to do?
Now, this might be a situation where I don't know. Should it, we're just trying to collect the Eldritch Lily, right?
Right.
Do we want to? I bet there's something in here though that we all want to be there for.
We can use the sky as bait to lure it out. I can heal him, tell him if he wants to live. He goes and gets the thing for us, and we see what jumps out.
I don't. Oh no, I mean we're looking for a flower.
Right. So we tell him to find the flower, and we watch what kills him.
Maybe keep that to yourself.
Hey man, I'm the one with 2 heartbeats and a rush for blood, and I think it's your fault.
Okay, you know what? You make a good point. Let's go.
Well, we know that we know we need to move pretty quickly, right? We've been in this haze before.
Yep.
I know the gardens are big. Things look so different. I was here as a child, but I don't remember where things are.
Erasmus, I know you're having fun with that guy, but you can drop him.
Yeah, I drop him. I cut him loose. Or I untie him.
Still unconscious. We'll roll him into a bush or something.
That's fair.
With
I mean,
a little note on his chest that says "Good luck."
One thought is to just get in and let's do a quick assessment. We've got an hour in here, ish. What do you think? Let's just get in and start looking, because our only goal right now is to get out of here with some flowers, right?
We'll get in, be quiet, find the flower, and get out. Unless we find something fun.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm starting to come around to your thinking. Yeah. All right. Let's see what we see.
Okay. We're gonna try to move stealthily, right?
Yes.
Or do we just want to rush in and see if you can find something to punch?
Honestly,
A little bit of that
I
one.
got 15 minutes, so I'm
You
gonna
t-
be
you
okay if we
You
move
took
slower.
that. You took that point of corruption for this. Let's find you something to punch.
Yeah, I honestly feel like if we, you know what, you're right. You're right. Honestly, I feel a sense of invincibility and sudden violence that can only be described as the absolute opposite of how I woke up this morning.
Okay, so it sounds like
I hate
sounds like
this, as I
ghost-
say with a smile,
Right.
like a guy who realizes he accidentally did meth because his friends are assholes, and he's like, ah.
it was a normal brownie, I swear.
Look.
Right.
Meth brownie.
Socially, this is combat meth. It's a totally
Combat
different
meth.
category.
Armies
And
armies have survived on this before. It's fine.
Yeah, that's how the Blitz happened.
Okay, let's
I love how the Germans did so much of it that they took all the heat off of every European army that was doing it.
100%.
Isn't that so
It's
crazy?
it's fantastic. Like it's what level of exponential do you have to be?
Nice. Do we have anything that would help us find them sooner?
I do, but it would involve if we don't find it quickly, I can do something.
Okay. Because I don't have a way to, because they're magic.
Mhm.
They obviously have powers. Yeah, I don't have a way to just kind of ping them. Let's get in here and find them.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
we're off.
So we're sneaking in.
Okay.
Holding our breath.
All right.
Oh
so-
yeah, bandana up around.
Not to suggest that will do anything. But,
Yeah,
we're
it
gonna
definitely
do it
doesn't.
anyway.
But
Flavor.
I still very much like the flavor of that. Great. So I need everyone to go ahead and roll me a
All I'm gonna say.
con save.
Well, look
And
at who's
Do
proficient
we have,
in
do
con
we have like
saves now.
a manta skin bandana, sort of, where we're able to peel off of it?
Yeah. You know what kind of sucks is that the cloaker, you can use the skin to create a cloak of displacement.
What?
Yeah. At least that's I'm literally, there's like a book for it.
Did
like,
we
with all
need
this-
like a 20 for that?
Yeah, I needed a 20, and then the blood.
That's a
is, like,
good
potion
idea because
stuff.
the cloak of displacement does not belong in any D&D game.
I'm so mad. Oh my god.
You do need
I'm
someone to
surprised
make
they
it
didn't go
for
with like
you.
cloak of the manta ray. That feels.
Yeah.
I mean, they do have the mirror image ability.
Yeah, exactly.
That's gonna be a 24.
Woof.
Nice.
Faley's looking healthy.
Nice.
You take damage still?
That's a 17.
Also a 17.
Okay, yeah, everybody's okay. No, you do not. You it's not a half damage of success.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, you're fine.
you know, this is a
Huh.
lot better than I did last time. I think I'm acclimatizing.
Hey, whatever's working. We're in good shape right now. Okay. What do we see as we're looking around?
All right. So I'm gonna read this because I do love the way that they describe these things. So, the labyrinthian footpaths of Queen's Park saunter by Baroque-style flower beds and geometrical layouts, down winding paths through forested groves, and over ornamental bridges that cross artificial streams and ponds. The lawns and plazas are decorated with triumphal arches, marble fountains, statuary gardens, and hedge mazes. But the park has become overgrown, desolate, and blanketed by thick, glimmering mists. Hardy vines cling to the statues like leeches, and strange flowers and unnatural hues bloom in the gardens. A potent pollen hangs in the air, a smell between musk and sweet perfume. It tingles the nostrils and irritates the eyes slightly. The garden is quiet. The sounds of footsteps linger loudly. There's no sign of a single animal, not even a bird or rodent, but the plant life flourishes despite the lack of sun and influx of rain. So the way this works is you essentially are going to be wandering the garden much like wandering the streets outside. There are, much like searching the ruins or like searching the city, you have to spend an hour to search the garden. You roll on a table, things happen. Every time you do that, if you, for whatever reason, fail something, then something happens or a thing happens. Also, you can wander, fully just wander around, and it is kind of a different setup, but you have more chances to run into random stuff than just searching.
I think at this moment we're searching. Probably.
I agree.
Yeah. Because we're looking for those eldritch limits.
Yep, want to get this and get to Oscar.
All right. Okay, so you're going to spend 1 hour in this place. Let me actually pull this up because they use the same mechanic. I just want to make sure. Great. Okay. Awesome. So I need everyone to roll me. There's like a whole bunch of them. Investigation, Arcana, History, Nature, or Survival. Dealer's choice.
Okay. Investigation.
I'll do history.
We can, and can we all do the same ones, or?
Oh yeah.
Let's do different ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not okay, maybe investigation, Arcana, history. Sorry, my bad. Investigation, Arcana, history. What were the other two?
Investigation, Arcana, History, Nature, or Survival.
Got it. I would not mind investigation.
Okay.
That's a 24 for Arcana for me.
Okay.
Oh.
That's 17 history.
Okay.
21. Was it? Wait, wasn't I rolling? No, it wasn't. It was 4 investigation. Like, I know it was a 4. Yeah.
So 20, 21?
21. Yep.
Okay. All right, and this isn't like a warning. I just forgot to tell you this. You always can turn back from the area you discover when you're doing this.
Nice.
So if you're like, this isn't where you want to be, then you could always like go under the way and try it again.
Got it.
So just as a heads up.
This isn't a warning, but you can always turn back.
Yeah, because it's not necessarily like you did anything wrong. You actually had quite a number of successes. That's why I'm like, it's not a bad thing. I just want you to know that if you're looking for a specific thing and you realize it's not here, like you don't have to explore the area you find. You could just do it.
Okay.
Okay, great. So before we move into this next area, can everyone roll me another con save? Because that took an hour.
Yeah.
Come on.
No, there goes my combat math.
Oh yeah.
Just wore out.
Okay, that's gonna be. That's 10 for me.
I'm only a 16.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay, so you
How's that
are
10
gonna
do?
take some pain. Not much.
Feeling
looks
so
like,
good.
9 necrotic.
Oof.
And you also gain a level of contamination. So I'm gonna need
Sure do. Let's
a
roll.
D6 from you.
Oh. Okay.
And what is?
I'm trying to remember. I always forget how the corruption works.
So what level are you
Oh,
at?
the D6. What's that?
What level are you?
Well, this
at?
is I'm at 5 corruption now. And I got
Okay.
a 2 on the die.
Okay, so
Which
you
I
are going to roll
think-
mutation. You are
Okay.
also incapacitated. So
No, I'm not. I have the
Do you have a
level
thing?
6 malfeasant thing.
Oh, yes.
So I treat that 5 corruption as 2.
Sick.
Yeah.
Sick. Okay.
Okay, but I am going
You
to roll a
still
mutation.
do roll mutation, yes, because you. So the way that the mutations work is, it's your level, and if you roll a d6, so yours would be a 2 because you rolled a 2. If it's equal or lower, you get a
Okay.
mutation.
Cool. Oh, good. So it's not like I always get a mutation now because even though so
Yeah,
I treat
no,
it
no,
like
no.
2 in all respects. That's
Yes,
nice.
yes.
Okay. Do you want to roll the d20 or should I?
Nah, you go ahead and roll it.
All right. Come on.
Choosing your own
D20
fate on this one.
whammies.
Come on, something
Get a
weird.
20.
Something weird.
Okay, that is an 8.
An 8. Okay. This is sick. Okay, so all right. So this is the way. This is the kind of the ruling that I'm going to make here because you have that thing. It is you respond to corruption levels like they're lower. But in terms of mutations, if it's higher,
Oh, are we still gonna treat it like
we're still gonna treat it like that, right? Because they're way cooler at that level, and I want that because it's kind of not fun if you have to you're trying to chase your own tail.
No, nerf
getting
it.
up there.
Yeah.
So you got
17 again.
so you have what 4, 5?
Yeah, that's up to 5 now.
Okay. So each of you watches you kind of are going through this, and you're trying to move this haze out of your face, and Pheles kind of coughs for a second, and an eyeball opens up on the back of both of his hands, right above his knees, and in the middle of his chest. Pheles, you can now see in every single direction,
Ooh.
all at once.
Is there a mechanical impact to that?
You can just see it all directions.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So nothing can sneak up on you essentially.
Did I need to do anything for the contamination that you gave me?
You would have rolled a d6. You would roll a d6 when you get the point of contamination.
Yeah, if you were to fail this roll in the deep haze, you
No,
get
I meant for
contamination.
him. He gave me point, right, with the spell that
Yeah,
he gave me.
you would normally roll a d6 when you got it.
Yeah.
But normally I don't have to, or
For the first
Whenever
didn't roll.
you get a point, you have to roll. So,
Oh,
okay.
So you roll, and if you get a 1, you get
Yes,
mutation.
yes.
Okay.
Sorry, yes.
I got a 1.
Okay.
I was like, oh, that's not what they are. That's 15% chance. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be fine.
All right, go ahead and roll a d20. Hell yeah, this is sick.
Oh.
These are always fun.
Oh, okay. So no one's rolled any of the really
15?
bad ones yet.
Well, I don't know if that's
Oh,
what you
whoops. Sorry, bud.
Oh
Honestly,
man.
this is. Wait, you said 15?
are. 15.
Okay.
He's not gonna like it.
No, he's not gonna like it, but it's pretty cool.
I have lucky. I don't know if I can re-roll.
You are more than welcome to choose this as a reroll.
Okay.
It's not.
well,
let me. But before you get, it's not a bad thing. It's just character vibes. I don't necessarily know if this is gonna be something that you would
Okay.
enjoy.
All right. Tell me if I flip it in
It's a
reverse at Missy Elliott
Positive
style.
thing mechanically.
Yeah, it is a positive thing mechanically, but
All right. What do you
I
got?
don't-
What do you
I
got?
don't
Tell
know
me,
for
and,
Rasmus
and if
what
I
it is.
and I might spend a luck point here, but I'm very
Um,
curious.
so I'm just gonna tell you what I'm not gonna describe it in game. So one of your arms becomes a fleshy tentacle,
Oh,
and when you
shit,
make
it's
a
that guy.
melee attack on your turn, increase your reach by 5 feet. So that is a 15-foot range on your melee attacks, which is pretty sick.
That is pretty nutty, honestly.
But I'm
But-
not. I don't know if Erasmus would be like, "This is great."
I have to go. I
How's
have
the
to,
Silver Order
feeling
feel
like,
about that?
oh god, the chaos.
Oh, and you
the
can't
chaos
hide it from the
Marines,
Silver Order.
Like with the
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna try and spend a luck point. It's a very valuable resource, but I'd like to be able to see another card here, so to speak. Well, let's see what the dealer hits me. Here we go. 11.
11.
God.
Oh, that's somehow worse. Your bones and organs become gelatinous, You can move through a space as narrow as 6 inches wide without squeezing, but your skin is still skin.
So I look like me, but
Yeah.
then when I'm no one's looking, I could be like,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, you kind of do like it's like
Ela-
flubber. You're
Elastic
like-
Man.
I like that one for the sake of not pissing off paladins
Yeah.
that I spend time with.
Yeah,
a
no one will
lot.
notice unless they hug you.
Yeah, in which case
well,
you'll feel
I mean,
extra squishy, and they'll be like,
I'll-
"Need a."
I'll be wearing armor, so hopefully I'll always position it
That's
so
a good point.
the carapace of my armor is on my exoskeleton for intensive purposes.
That's funny though.
That's amazing.
Well, and
Yeah.
there are ways to remove these, right? If one wants to do that.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, I can cast a spell that will give me exhaustion instead. I think as I remove this.
Yeah. We'll get there.
Yep. So I'm gonna be a squishy boy.
What are we like,
Squishy boy.
crew? You know, the contaminated crew or something?
Yep.
Could have been the Manta crew, damn it. Oh, that's sick.
We tried.
Um,
Damn.
You know, I guess the question is, so do we know if the scientist guy likes contamination or not?
We know he makes potions to cure contamination. We know that they don't work. His recent ones don't work very well and are messing people up instead of curing their contamination.
Okay. All right.
All right. Great. So as you kind of proceed through this area, let me actually see if I can find it.
Drakkenheim be crazy.
I love it. I love it here.
This is awesome.
As
This
a
is so much
player,
fun.
I love it here. As a character, I would be crying every day.
All right.
Let's see.
Cool. Here we go. I got it.
Dude.
Ready?
Yep.
So you kind of push your way through the overgrown brambles and bushes on the path. You remained on the path, and you peel back the last layer of these overgrown vines to reveal a regal garden, a deep tucked within the center of the Queen's Park. And this regal garden is decorated with opulent stone staircases with pillared railings that ascend between the tiers. The main garden is highlighted by 2 shimmering pools bored with tiled stone, while multiple lilies float upon the glistening water, pulsing gently with an eldritch glow. Several gnarled and beautiful cherry blossom trees ascend the tiers of the garden in an eternal state of bloom, while petals of hot pink, electric blue, and neon violet fall softly, covering the entire area in waves of color. The bubbling of fountains and the rustling of wind through trees add a peaceful ambiance to the garden, which is decorated by many statues of a tall woman with elegant limbs wearing outrageous dresses and costumes. The face of each statue has been chiseled off. Centered on the upper tier is a statue of the same figure with a lily in her hand, and like the others, the face of the statue has been carved away. Light marble walls separate the tiers and are etched with relief carvings of faces of princesses, queens, maidens, and many others who served the Von Kessels. Moss, ivy, and unnaturally bright flowers cling to many of the statues and walls. Nestled between the staircases and pools is a set of large, beaten brass doors, color shifted and oxidized by years of wear. The doors have a floral patterned border and 2 massive handles shaped like lilies. These doors are the entrance to the grotto below.
Do we need to go through those doors to get to what seem to be the eldritch flowers?
No, but you can go
Okay.
into the ponds and just grab them, it seems.
Oh, cool. I would love to go up and how deep does the pond appear to be?
Just like up halfway up calf, maybe knee at the deepest.
Hey,
Okay.
since we don't know about this, what if I use Mage Hand? What if I
Brilliant.
use an invisible hand to go pull that up first and see what happens?
Yeah, we've heard bad things about people who wade into the water.
right?
Yeah, you can. We can
Alright.
all breathe, but we don't want to go in.
Yep. So I'm gonna use mage hand to see about plucking a flower. Is it so? It's a lily. So is it like floating on the water?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And what is the range on Mage Hand? It's like 60 feet, right?
30, I think.
30 feet.
30
Okay.
feet.
You can cast it and then move it, right?
and then move it. Yeah. Okay.
I just don't know the full range. It's in the spell.
I don't think there's a full like upper limit specified, but like, you know, logically there would be something.
Right.
Yeah. It's this range 30 feet. The hand vanishes if it's ever more than 30 feet away from you.
Never mind, it is, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
It's-
Okay.
So that.
So who is proficient in history?
Ooh, me.
You are welcome to roll a history check if you would like to see about these statues.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about who these figures are, why their faces might have been chiseled off, and why the statue of the lady's holding a lily.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
and I'd
going
like
to be.
to-
Oh, that's a 15 for me total.
15. So after kind of prodding kind of deep in your memory, especially without a face to operate on, it takes you kind of a hot second while Ryan, you start to step forward into the gardens to get the mage hand to grab the lilies. And it kind of comes to you all in a flash as you realize that all of these statues, you're in the Queen's Park Garden. This is the garden that is dedicated to all of the queens, all of the princesses, all of the matriarchs of Drakkenheim. But all of the statues, specifically the ones that have their faces removed, are of Lenore von Kessel, the late queen and the last queen of Drakkenheim. So as you step near the pool, Ryan, and you start to cast the mage hand, a couple shambling mounds kind of move their way out of the underbrush, and blossoms start to pull up from the water. I need everybody to roll initiative, and we're gonna go ahead and end that session there when we get this initiative going.
All right.
Oh, damn it.
Hey, I'm on fire with initiatives today. That's a 20.
I'm on fire too.
20
That's an
total, not the natural 20.
8.
An 8.
4.
4. Okay, great.
We're getting our ass kicked by a pile of
Bunch of
yard clippings.
posies.
I wonder if like mending these statues' faces would do anything. It's like my immediate.
How big of a messed up bit can mending fix?
It's just a matter of time,
I
really.
think it's a foot a minute.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on.
Oh no, if the break is no larger than 1 foot in any dimension, you mend it, leaving no trace of former damage. It specifically calls out. I thought for some reason it specifically called out like books as like you can fix book pages, but it just puts a page there and it's blank. But I misremembered. It looks like. But yeah,
Can
fix a 1 foot break. I don't know.
Yeah, and can physically repair a magic item or a construct. Well, I guess they're not actually constructs. So.
Oh, we don't know.
I mean, it could suddenly use the sigil to get them to protect us, which would be dope. The statues of the matriarchs to come to our aid.
I don't know if though if any guardian statues would be there to protect people like us popping into the gardens to pick flowers, right?
They would protect the seal bearers regardless of whatever logic. Could
Oh,
be.
right, seal bearer. Got a point.
Yeah. So
That'd be neat. I feel like if they were constructs, probably they would have kept their faces. Or like had a reaction to anything. Anyway, that's interesting. Somebody didn't like the queen.
Oh no, you know what I think?
What's up?
The queen is alive. She doesn't
I
want
don't want people to know what
recognize.
she looks like.
I think maybe the queen's men serve the queen. Like she is
That would be
maybe.
interesting. We don't know why they're called that.
Well, I don't think maybe it started off as like a thing, and maybe even people who serve her don't even know
Wait.
the truth.
Isn't their leader called the Queen of something?
Yeah.
Right. But wouldn't it be
Thieves,
really
Queen of
interesting
Thieves.
if she was the literal queen prior?
That would be interesting. If the Queen of Thieves was previously the actual queen, it would make sense for her to deface the statues, because probably that would be a piece of information she'd want to keep under wraps.
Completely under wraps. Oh, I'm gonna hold on to that. I'm holding on to that.
Theory.
Yeah, that's good writing. Just amazing writing if that's true.
Okay, let me roll these. Sorry.
She gotta be old as hell.
I mean, depends on how old she was when she was queen. It's only been 15 years, right?
Oh, I got the math wrong, I guess. Yeah, it has been 15 years. Okay, so yeah, that's not too bad then.
So she's in her 30s. So yeah, old as hell.
Yeah. my first
Death's
thought was 40
door,
years. It's just like, okay, unless she was like had just become queen, you know, like any age plus 40 years. Or like you know, like any adult age plus 40 years.
Plus 40, yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to say that. I was imagining she was like 35, 40, like at the time, and then like, okay, yeah, so this is old lady age now.
I slapped 15 on it, yeah.
I feel like once you get to I feel like once you get to 80, you're definitively old.
Oh, Jesus, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I would have to agree with that.
Yeah, if you're the last
I don't know,
20% of a human average lifespan, I feel like that's a good safe bet.
Yeah, I don't know. My dad's 73, and he's really failing to get old. It's very unnerving.
Men in their 70s, if they keep up with certain habits or rituals, they actually are they're fine. And then suddenly like 80 hits, and then they just go, you know. So
yeah.
All right. We'll go ahead and end this session there. It's gonna get weird. We're gonna kick it off. Be a good time.
I'm sorry, it's gonna get weird?
Oh yeah. We haven't even gotten to the weird stuff yet.
Holy crap.
Well, you get to make the decision about whether to take a short rest in the deep haze too, which that's a
whole choice.
That's a whole choice.
Yeah.
I have
need a short rest on.
I have an opinion. No, we got to at least get out of the deep haze.
Awesome. Cool.
But
Yeah,
I don't
we
know.
got a deep haze and then a short rest. Yeah.